I was
All
right, we're
Dutch.
live. I think maybe.
Awesome.
I don't know.
Hello.
I'm gonna see if this
Hello,
is actually
everybody.
going to my vlog channel
Yep.
or whatever.
Just got a notification
Oh, it
that
is?
it's streaming.
Okay.
Hello.
Well, we did it. It seems like this will work
Awesome.
fine.
Yay!
We avoided a
You
crisis, I
did it,
guess.
Adam. You're the good boy here.
That was kind of cancer.
We live
Alright.
another day.
Oh,
I have-
you know what? I just realized something. We do not have a little chat system.
Apparently there is, but I don't know how to. Yeah, there's.
Next
You
chat.
can. Yeah, there's a chat.
Hit
Oh,
Alt.
okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we could probably open up like a private Discord,
Oh.
Patreon users, and then
Nah.
just chat to that.
Nah, that would just be too much. Too
It'd be
much to
too
worry
much.
about. All right.
I think
so-
about how shitty my Discord setup is.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna just read a quick list. I have like mostly cancer only, the vent channel, the Keemstars,
What about-
I have
Netflix are us.
Adam. I have
Yes.
a question. Do you own Climax on Blu-ray?
Not yet, because I'm kind of like I have a region-free Blu-ray player, but I'm kind of just
Yeah.
waiting for a point where there's a region A Blu-ray, and I don't know if that's ever gonna happen or not. But
Well, I went to a store. I just bought it. I have it right here. I just bought it like a week ago, and I'm not sure if it's official. Like in America, every one that I've seen, it doesn't seem official. Like,
yeah, I think Ralph got the same thing.
exactly. He tweeted about it a couple months ago, and
Yeah.
I was holding off on buying it because I wanted an official Blu-ray. But I saw that at a store. I was like, oh, it might be good enough. I don't know.
I don't know if it plays in its region A. Why not?
Well, I haven't even tested mine out yet, and I'm actually scared that it won't work.
Oh well, you should test it out.
Yeah, who knows? I saw it twice in theaters, though. Definitely my favorite film of the year
Yeah, it's awesome.
of 2019. I consider it 2019 because that's when I saw it. So
Yeah, I for the next list video I'm making, I'm completely ditching the like wide release sort of consideration for the rating. So I'm just going by IMDb.
like when it came out.
Because
like,
if I'm doing them so late anyway, it doesn't matter. If I'm doing them so
Yeah.
much after the year has ended, then there's really no point of me even trying to consider when the wide release of a film was versus its
yeah,
actual release. So
I like to think it's funny when people like see when like when your 2015 list come out, it's like, what's this guy do? Like, with the times, 2015 was like 5 years ago or whatever.
yeah. So before I started this hangout, there's a top post in my subreddit of people somebody saying that Daddy Derek's gonna be on like a Comedy Central show sometime this week or something.
What?
Yeah. So
Oh, that will be great.
yeah,
Let's see.
and I wasn't.
I don't watch cable guy.
I needed to like I just woken up and I needed to start setting up this thing, so I didn't actually like get to watch the video. I tried to download so somebody posted in the comments like a clip on Comedy Central that isn't Daddy Derek, but it's the show creator saying that he'll be on the next episode. Like Trevor Morgan or something. So go to my subreddit right now, find the clip, because like I haven't even watched it because I was gonna try and figure out how to watch it because it's not available in my country, sort of thing. I don't get Comedy Central. I don't think I can get that in Canada, even if I tried to with my cable.
Comedy Central?
I'm Canadian too, so the only thing we have to watch the Comedy Central shows are either the Crave app, or you just watch them on actual TV with either comedy or much.
Yeah, but it doesn't have all the same shows. So we have like the Canadian equivalency or whatever, where it's like, I think it might even be owned by the same people or something, but we get a lot of Comedy Central shows on the Comedy Network, and it's the same thing, but not all the same shows. And so I don't think this is going to be a show that I'm going to be able to watch. So if anybody has a PVR, you know, if anybody has a PVR to record Daddy Derek on Trevor Morgan, I think it is. I'll have to confirm this.
Trevor Moore.
Trevor Moore. Okay.
Yeah, Moore.
I do question like over here in Canada how some of the Comedy Central stuff airing is work because yeah, you said because the Comedy Network only airs some.
Yeah,
Comedy
it's bullshit.
Central shows, well,
Same with
because the big because all the big ones they air on Much Music instead. You know, South Park and Hash.0 and all the other big ones they air on and Drunk History. They all air on Much Music instead, which I don't really get why that's split apart.
It's so stupid, and the same thing goes for the Cartoon Network and like Teletoon. There's so many shows that we just don't get, and like a bunch of Adult Swim shit where it's like I couldn't even watch the Eric Andre show on cable.
Plus,
It's like fuck off.
Yeah, Boomerang.
Cartoon Network is a bunch of cunts. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Do I have Boomerang? I don't know what that is.
Boomerang is
Cartoon
it shows old Cartoon Network shows. It's Saturday
like
night
Pink Panther and
cartoon,
shit.
like early morning Cartoon Network.
Mhm.
I think we all can agree that we all miss Toonami.
Although
Yeah.
I don't know if you're aware now, but I don't know if you're aware now, but we actually here in Canada we now have a 24-hour Adult Swim channel now,
Mm. Okay.
and they do air Eric Andre. So
Okay.
that's,
I didn't even know that was a thing. I
Yeah,
have
it's-
I have the most basic cable I can just so I can watch the Oscars.
Honestly, I would never have cable when I live on my own. I just see no use. So
It's I guess it's a tax write-off if I'm just using it for the
Do you,
Oscars. So
Have you guys seen the one? I don't remember which one it was, which celebrity it was, but Eric Andre puked. I think she puked on her, and she just left the show.
oh, that's
'Cause
funny.
He was just puking everywhere, and he just puked on her. It was
That's
the-
good.
It was the funniest one I've seen.
I
So
wouldn't
far.
have asked him.
Yeah.
Also, I owe you guys an apology.
What?
I'm sorry that I sound like I'm 6 years old. I got braces yesterday.
Oh, that's
a couple days
fine.
ago. You sound better than ever.
Yeah.
I got fortunate and never
all.
needed.
It suits you. It suits your voice.
Am I still really quiet?
Asshole.
Hey. I'm allowed to take the piss out of you a little. You do that every fucking call. You're taking the piss
It's
out of
like
everybody in
volunteer.
every call. I think I'm allowed to make jokes at you.
Yeah, that's fair.
My bottom set are pretty bad, but overall my teeth are fine. So
I had braces.
Am I quiet?
Yeah,
how
when I was like
terrible are they
13.
anyway?
I was really lucky. I only
Yeah,
I had them for
stop.
like less than a year.
Ooh,
So
that's nice.
I
Well,
love-
stupid. Do you have that retainer in the bottom of your?
I had a retainer for the top part.
How do they get them out?
No, actually, sorry.
Whoever
I had like a removable retainer for the top part. I had the permanent one in the bottom, and eventually it just
Oh,
like
bad.
I don't know. I just kept poking it at it with my tongue, and then like 6 years later, it fell out.
Oh,
And I
That's
just
exactly
like-
what
Yeah.
happened with my top retainer.
Whoever put my braces in did a piss poor job because there are wires sticking out on each end of the top and bottom,
Mhm.
and it's constantly poking. I swear, I looked at my cheek yesterday, and it looked like Freddy Krueger's face because it's so scarred.
So
Hey, can you guys hear me?
yes,
Yeah.
I can.
How
Yes.
pretty well.
You have to get
There's
wax
nothing wrong with
for
that.
your braces.
well? Yay! I don't.
Oh
know if
yeah,
you
I
remember,
put
I'm
wax
the guy-
on it.
You know what? I was gonna
Okay,
say.
cool.
He's wait. Grant's saying something. He was trying to say something.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying. I don't know if you remember, but I'm always the guy who's very quiet.
Oh,
On
that's
the
fine.
Stage, I kept coming in. Okay, so I'm loud. You can hear me perfectly.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
too loud or anything. It's fine.
But
The siren is
fine, yeah.
loud.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't know whose siren that is.
Oh,
that's not mine.
Police.
Probably the
ambulance.
police
mine.
siren.
Is
Well,
Ralph in the call?
yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm visiting him.
all I was gonna say was like last month I did see Toy Story 4.
Oh,
Um,
is it on digital yet?
I don't know, but I'll be honest, I liked it better than Toy Story 3. And
It's not bad.
I don't
It's
know.
not
I'll
bad.
probably like it more than Toy Story 3 because my biggest issue with Toy Story
No,
3
if
is
you're-
that it was just a ripoff of
I-
Toy Story 2.
Dude,
Yep.
I saw it a month, maybe 2 months ago, almost now. I love the first three. Yeah, you heard me. I even love the third one. Like, for all its flaws, it's still a really good film on its own. And I saw the fourth one, and I walked out of the theater feeling nothing. That is the first film in my entire life I have felt nothing.
Toy Story
I
4?
wanted to feel something. You could tell they were trying to force, like, it's worse than the end of 3. Like, at the 3, I
Well,
actually
don't-
felt, like, emotional. But in 4, it was just cringy.
You talk about Toy Story.
Yeah, Toy Story 4 sucked. I
I-
hate it.
Well,
I haven't seen it. I
what do you expect?
But
What you,
I know how it ends. I know how it ends, and I think
subjective, honestly.
I think it's a
very
good
true.
end.
Yeah, of course.
Guys, we need to
I
get
ex-
we need to get back on track here. Someone needs to promise me that they're going to PVR Daddy Derek on Comedy Central. Someone needs.
Oh my
I need
God,
to. I need
okay.
Wait,
some.
are they doing that?
So go to the
I'll do
the
that.
top
I'm doing
post
that.
on my subreddit right now, and you'll find
Someone on the
some.
subreddit will
yeah.
find it for you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to coordinate this. And I'm gonna call Ralph after this call is over and see if he has like a friend or
Here's-
something
Bring
that can
me
like
your
Here's
now.
a question though. Here's
What
a question.
exactly do you mean by PVR? I never heard that
PVR. That's when you have digital cable. Any
Okay.
digital cable that you get will allow you to record television. And these things usually.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
So-
In America, we call that recording.
Okay. Well, anyway, so you can record your television. So that's what I do. That's what I did with the Oscars. I just did a PVR and we reacted live. And then for the actual video file, since there's a bunch of DRM obviously on cable, if you connect it to a device where it thinks you're recording it, it'll be like, no. But very basic HDMI splitters that you can buy on Amazon will confuse it. And so it'll think that you're, like, if you just HDMI to splitter and then HDMI out to something like OBS, then you can just record it. And that's what I do for my Oscars stuff. You can,
Well,
then
what
you can-
I
it'll be a
do is
video
I
file.
just
Sorry?
Oh, you mean like getting it to a mobile device?
I mean,
Or,
like getting it to a file where you can like edit it or use it
around
or
with it?
share it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, you know what? Little PSA here, or yeah, whatever PSA. If you want to get a capture card, get these.
What is that?
It's a capture card.
What kind of capture card is it? That's what I'm wondering.
I don't know. It doesn't have a brand on it.
Where'd you?
But
Oh, you just
they're-
got it off Amazon or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
So funny thing is, it doesn't capture audio, so I have to line in. To capture
Oh, that sucks. Well,
So, yeah, I know.
I just
wanna
use
stream-
the capture card I'm using is AverMedia Extreme UCAP 3,
I heard great things about
which is
AV.
fine. I mean, like the only reason I'm using that and not Elgato is because every Elgato thing that I've owned, the audio would just keep gradually going out of sync. So like it'd be fine, and then like an hour later, like the audio from literally from the game, not even my voice, would just be like separating like an hour into it, and then 2 hours it's even worse, and then the only way to fix it is just constantly restart my stream, and so it's like shit. Nobody else has had that issue. I don't know why, but
or all you have to do is just use your phone or to like record your television screen as it plays.
yeah, that'd be
That's what I
shitty.
did for my BoJack Horseman reviews when I was 14.
I would yeah, I would like to. I want someone else to record it so that I can see it. And technically,
And I would rather get better audio and video quality from
Are
something
you
else.
just making your subscribers do everything for you?
Yep.
How do you think he has so many?
I mean, I'll probably call someone I know, but
At
I
least
want
Adam's not
as
doing-
many because I need some plan Bs or something. I don't want this episode to just disappear. I looked on iTunes. It's not a show that's on my iTunes, so I don't know. I need to see it. I need to see it, and I will use the clips of it likely in the future for some sort of thing. You know, I'm probably going to talk about Daddy Derek again. I need to
Here's-
see
a
Daddy
question.
Derek on Comedy Central. So
Here's a question.
Just like
is
go to America and then you can watch it there.
yeah, sign up for
I don't know
cable
how
on
much
vacation. Like,
Yeah, no, just like
Go to a hotel.
random hotel.
yeah,
that
but
has-
I need
I don't
the
know what you
the
have in
footage.
America, but
I need
like
to
we
own
have
it.
Foxtel and Ozstar. Just go there and then get some. It's easy.
I need to own it. I need to have it so that I can use it to edit it
from there.
from a hotel.
I need to own it.
I don't think the cable boxes in the hotels are like much more finicky. So like there are many where you can't even remove the HDMI if it's even HDMI. A lot of them aren't even HDMI.
Go to
so.
a crappy motel
If you
in the
remove
middle
the
of
HDMI.
buttfuck nowhere, and then you can do that.
It's
Sounds like a
more
great
complicated than you're
That's
making it
what
out
I
to be.
do all the time when I just want to watch Foxtel because I can't afford it.
Yeah, but
So I
I'm
just
talking
go
about
to a
recording it,
random
not just
hotel.
watching it. I'm talking about recording it.
Well, record it on your phone.
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
know.
record it on
it's
my phone.
cool.
We've been through this. I don't want to record it on my phone.
I don't care.
Oh wow!
If
what
you
a
don't care, then why are you
conversation.
offering suggestions?
What a hilarious
So I
conversation.
could find more ways than recording from my lawn chair. Then
That was really funny.
yeah. Well, hey, you didn't know that, right? Lawn chairs have secret built-in cameras.
We respect copyright.
Yeah.
He says fucking red footed.
Or maybe like you have contact with Daddy Derek, right? So maybe
No.
you can just ask him.
No.
No, he
No, I
doesn't.
don't.
What are you fucking on about?
You're not up to date.
I'm sorry.
You're
I
not
don't
up to
keep
date.
up with this news. I don't keep up with the drama.
Yeah, Derek
Okay.
blocked
Sorry.
you, right?
Yeah. Derek
I've been
blocked
keeping
everybody.
up with the drama. By the way, you can contact him, right?
Oh my gosh, you're like
Well,
those
it is kinda
fucking
funny.
TV channels. Oh my god.
Apparently, like
What's with
Daddy
all the
Derek has
insults?
blocked Adam on.
Oh wow!
Why are
I'm
you
sorry.
roasting me?
Yeah.
It's just
Become your roast.
okay.
I was gonna
This
say
episode's
earlier
your
because
roast.
Anna said something about you having us do everything. At least you're not like the Skyrim Together team where they're like we don't do anything when they have.
This is insane. There's 13 people in this call.
So Adam,
I think we're hurting
plan is-
Adam's feelings.
Hello.
Hello.
There's 13 people. Correctly. Hello. Hi.
Yo, man.
We're gonna like have an influx
Hello?
of like a bunch of people in the Hall of the Mountain King's gonna start dying.
Well,
So
This is great because like Google Hangouts only accepted like 10 people.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
This has me
I
There's
just
too
don't
many
want it
people.
to
Get out
turn
of
into something where nobody can talk because everybody's trying to talk at the same time.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
maybe
Probably like a limit.
Because even when we had 10, when it got to a max and somebody wanted to come in, someone would just post in YouTube chat, and I'd be like, "Hey, somebody who's been here want to swap out or whatever." So
Yeah.
that seemed to work
Yeah.
pretty fine, but whatever.
How many people is it allowed now? Is it
Like
I think it's
99, like it's
That's
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
It is
Fine.
ridiculous.
it'll be like talking. It'll be like trying to call out Adam at a convention, or call out to Adam.
Why isn't it like that? Is there just not that many people coming in or something?
Yeah, I mean, like, as you have to expect that not everybody who signs up for a perk on Patreon is necessarily intending on getting that perk. So, like, I'm patrons of many
Don't
people
flatter
where
yourself.
I don't look at their perks. I don't like, if there's
Yeah.
a certain tier with perks.
I think some people as well. This would be
I'll look
quite a
up
lot to go on video as well and like talk to you. I can imagine
Yeah.
for some people they just would rather be like just watching your
Yeah.
videos, giving you money, and be happy with that.
Yeah, especially because you can just look at it from
Hello?
the
Hello?
YouTube thing anyway, I guess.
Oh,
Hello. Hello. Welcome.
I looked at the
Hello.
large or at the like the package deal. You can have up to 500 people in a meeting.
Sorry, how many?
500.
500? That seems ridiculous.
8 billion.
500?
Yeah, I'm
Who
not
did
kidding.
call with 500?
Well, it's for like business
would've
shit,
loved it.
right?
Hitler
Everyone
would
hear
have
me?
loved this.
Hello?
Hello,
Hello?
yeah, we hear you. We hear you.
Okay, it's just like Jesus Christ. Why can't you just use Discord?
What do you mean? What's wrong with this?
Set a limit.
Discord. I don't think Discord
I-
does like this many people on video. I don't think Discord allows that.
Yeah. I don't think.
Well,
Yeah.
it's just, like you got either like Skype, Discord, but you're
Skype's
I never heard
terrible.
of just now.
Well, that's fine because it's
Yeah, I
working
was banned
properly.
from your Discord for no reason.
Yeah, well, I just had a problem setting this up because when I first started this program, I couldn't literally hit anyone. And it was only after I created an account and all that.
hmm
I don't know. It's just
Dude, one of your mods on Discord is an absolute cunt.
I am not interested in babysitting people, so I'm not involving myself in this.
Let's not bring the moderators into the question.
The
What are you
Discord
drinking?
exists, and I do not have any interest in moderating it or like doing anything related to any sort of admin shit. I don't care. Like, it's just I'm trying to get things done and work. You know, I'm
Not
really
even
not
your
interested
Discord,
in
it's
that
your
kind of thing.
what's this? This I just got a message saying this meeting has been upgraded by the host. Now includes unlimited minutes.
Okay, this is really
Brilliant.
weird. It said, a gift from Zoom. Running out of time. We've removed the 40-minute time limit on your group meeting. I haven't done anything.
What?
I don't know why.
This app.
They were just nice. They just like your channel.
Maybe.
Adam, why aren't you using the
Discord,
Google
man.
Hangout?
Sorry?
Why aren't you using
Discord.
Google this time?
Because Google Hangouts stopped.
Oh,
Stopped
what?
existing.
They killed it.
They discontinued
Well,
it.
I'm not surprised. Google's just like cutting out a lot of services. Like
That's why I'm worried about Stadia.
Yeah, I was about to.
I'm so sick and tired of Google. Google is such a ridiculous company in some ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You now need to change your Patreon reward tier name because now it's clickbait.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Clickbait, because nobody would give a shit about it if it didn't say Google Hangout.
It's like Google Hangout was the thing about you can
Yeah.
communicate people
Now you have
with
to-
people on here.
Now you have
I
to
don't
leave.
understand why they would take that away.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's okay, buddy.
You'd think, I don't know, I thought that a lot of people used that integrated into YouTube. It's weird that they would take it away.
I know. I mean,
Oh no, they only take away things that people like.
Well, I've been thinking about.
This sport's not profitable, really, isn't it?
Well, I've been using Google Stream and whatnot, but I've been thinking about moving to Twitch for a while.
Yeah.
Dude, Twitch is so much better.
Yeah.
I just had a weird glitch. Like everyone was frozen and there was no sound for like 8 seconds.
What, in life
That's
or the
fine.
video? In real
That
life
was-
or the video?
That's nothing.
Real
When I
life.
first
Are you
started
having a
this app-
stroke?
It was like I got disconnected.
Ah! Like that
What?
for a while. Like, ah!
It might not be the program's problem because right now I'm in a hotel.
It didn't freeze for
having to
me.
use
Okay. Well, it's
Um,
probably
it
because you're in a
does-
hotel.
Maybe
is my
your,
AC bothering anybody? My AC that's going on?
No. No, I can't even hear
Okay.
it. Thank you for asking.
I
Very
found one of the
considerate.
best subreddits called r/I had a stroke.
Adam,
I may be out of the loop, but
Mhm.
it's one of my favorites out there.
What's up?
All I
On-
know is that you
on
had a
Reddit, I
stroke.
saw like a lot of comments, kind of like when you're talking on the Sardoncast thread about Razorhead, you were getting like a lot of replies that was kind of attacking your views on Razorhead.
Someone
Oh yeah.
that
Yeah.
just said unfriended Zoom edition. So,
Sorry, what
Adam,
what, hey, hold up on Jake. Were you what were you trying to get at, Chris? I was just wondering if you had more to say about that.
Well, I mean, I just thought kind of when I was kind of seeing all the replies, like I just wondered if you were kind of used to being kind of attacked or on Reddit or
Oh, my views on that? Well, I don't know. Like, I feel like
well on race. Yeah.
it's like in that situation in particular, and I feel in quite a few, like I expected as soon as I didn't love Eraserhead as much as I'm supposed to, I knew that I was going to get some hate for that. I mean, it's I do feel like because there's a crossover of our fan bases, it's not just people that are interested in seeing me there, right? It's pretty clear that there are people there that do not like me very much at all.
Good question.
And
Good question.
I do feel like I'm being held to a ridiculous standard that is not applied to the other hosts by
Quit
certain
bitching.
people, not by everybody, but by certain very vocal people
Why do you
in
think
that
that is?
subreddit.
Why do you think that is, though?
Because I have an atypical personality. I go against the grain much of the time.
Yeah, it
you
is
frown
that.
every
Yeah.
photo.
Well, I mean,
Well-
the way I communicate is not the way that they want or the way that they expect, right? And so, like, there's people that one of my friends that that was visiting me this summer, I was gonna go to her birthday party in Victoria, and she was talking to her other friends about me, and she told me this. She described me as, he seems like an asshole, but he's really not. And I think
that's very. I can imagine that.
Yeah, and like if people,
you're very intricate.
It's what we call a jerk with a heart of gold.
Well, because I mean,
you're not a jerk.
My personality can be pretty abrasive to people, and I think that like a lot of people's first impressions of me are negative, and then they wind up warming up to me when they realize I'm not that much of an asshole.
You're just a contrarian.
Well, yeah, I mean, like
that's a popular.
It's
that's a popular.
Not to hate movies.
Regardless of like what I have to say about film, like I try to be a good person. You know, I think that should matter regardless of what I have to say about movies.
That's probably why people like your view so much, is because you are, you're not the common, like what, the way you even view films has a different feel to it because of who you are. Like that difference about you is, actually a positive, really. It's probably what made you popular.
And and even though there are movies where I like and you don't like, but I don't go like, oh fuck you, I'm unsubscribing, fuck you. I'm like, oh okay, that's a way of thinking it that I never thought before. But
I just get very tired and cry if you don't like a film I like. I get very, I cry a lot. So.
Yeah. Well, here's
sort of like Anthony Fantano, where he could give an album I like a bad review, but I go, okay, I mean that's his opinion, but I could see his criticisms, I
feel like he's one of the hardest workers on YouTube, by the way, Anthony Fantano.
No,
I feel like
he's the internet's busiest music nerd.
I think he is. I don't even think just music. I think he's probably one of the busiest YouTubers.
He's definitely got a routine and a schedule down pretty well. I just wanted to before we moved on, I just wanted to mention one more thing about that particular like subreddit post of these people like upvoting each other. Really, like not just having criticisms. Like it would be one thing if it was just like, okay, here's where I disagree, or like, Adam, you should make sure you communicate better on this next time, or like, I didn't appreciate this. It wasn't just that. It was a lot of like personal attacks. Like people were really emotional about it out of nowhere. Like people just saying ridiculous, really, really like intentionally hateful things. And one of the posters there that had made literally a dozen comments in that thread was arguing with me, and I was like, okay, well, like I didn't, one of the criticisms was like I was interrupting Ralph and Alex. It's like I don't feel like I edited the whole episode. I don't know where I interrupted them. Like if they say something and I disagree and I say no, I disagree and here's why, I think that's a perfectly valid thing to do, in the same way that like I would want if I'm talking about a movie I love and they disagree with me, and I guess the Death Proof episode is coming out soon. So you'll see plenty of that.
It's not okay.
I think that's perfectly valid, and I would want them to do that too. And so I think a lot of people just like for a film like David Lynch's Eraserhead, which is put up on this gigantic pedestal, and it's like the ultimate film student movie. It's something where I think a lot of people wanted one of those episodes where all three of us gush about it and there's no pushback, and it's just like, oh, and I love this and I love this, and I like, there's certain films on certain episodes like Barry Lyndon where that happens, and I think they wanted that, and I prevented them from experiencing that out of the episode. And so I communicated that, saying like, look, like I don't know what I could have done other than just like lied and pretended I enjoyed the movie more than I did, and not had any criticisms about it. And
your opinion.
I feel like I feel like having different opinions makes it more interesting.
I think so too.
Yeah, that's it.
Me too. I don't want it to be a circle jerk. And I'm just gonna finish my point here.
Speaking of circle jerks, have you heard of this movie called The Farewell? It just came out.
I saw it. I made a quickie on it. I just want to finish my point here just before we go on to another thing. Sorry, I know I've been rambling a little, but like the guy that was like that made like a dozen posts in this thread attacking me for this shit, like he was calling me out, and I was like, okay, well look, like I don't know, like it's clear that you just don't you don't like that I didn't enjoy the movie as much. He's like, this isn't why people are mad. It's because of your toxic personality and shit like that. And so then I go on his profile. I'm like, is this guy a troll? Like, he's been in this thread like everywhere. I go on his profile, and he was in the YMS subreddit. The moment that I had rated the film, before I had said anything about it, there was a post about my rating, and it was a 7 out of 10, and he was already shitting on me. I'm like, you're the one claiming that it's not about me not liking the film, and that it has to do with the way I communicated, and yet you were already shitting on me before I had said anything about it? I don't think you get to make that claim. I think that there's a lot of just stupid, crazy
Adam,
people.
quit having toxic opinions.
Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. Sorry I went on for a little long there, but...
It's like a toxic waste dump in the middle of the swamp. It is only when we joy with Mother Earth.
Anyway, in other
Speaking of
words,
toxic opinions,
Adam,
How can
have you
I
seen-
possibly enjoy a movie if it
That was
doesn't
my,
have the
shit,
YMS
finger
stamp of
impression.
approval on it? I need someone else to tell me that my opinions are valid.
Adam,
I
have you
know.
seen the Honey Boy trailer?
Yes.
that is a turkey.
What do you think?
Sorry? Oh, what did I think of the trailer?
I thought
It
was
could be interesting. It's like I mean, Shia LaBeouf seems like he is doing a good job in it. The kid seems like he's doing a good job in it.
Yeah. But
Not trying to be a
God,
hater,
what's his
but
name?
Lucas Hedges doesn't seem like he's doing anything special. I guess I'll have to see
I
it.
was so thinking, why is he? Yeah, very strange casting. I thought for his adult like teenage
Has
self.
anyone? Sorry to interrupt, but has anyone seen that? Let me try to think. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark yet?
it was fine.
No.
The first act sucked, but it got going.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how bad I want to
It
see
was
it.
creepy.
Well, aren't you a horror? Don't you like horror movies, Adam? Or
Aren't you a horror?
I like good movies. Some of them are horror movies.
Oh shit! Shots fired.
and didn't that
Fedora?
Well, didn't that?
I'm seeing Dora tonight. I want to see how bad it is.
Sorry, what were you trying to say?
Who?
Yeah. Somebody was trying to say something. Al, maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't like that book traumatize you as a kid, or am I thinking of someone else?
Didn't what traumatize me as a
No,
kid?
you're thinking of Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Oh.
Oh yeah, those are very different. And also, yeah.
I thought it was at first.
Okay, I'm
coming back too. Are you afraid?
Wait,
of the dark?
no. I think there was I think that might have been Nix's contribution
Nix.
to the childhood trauma thing.
Oh.
But that wasn't me. I didn't do a book.
Yeah.
Well,
that show's coming back too.
Rightfully so.
Speaking of horrifying movies, I hated Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Really?
Don't spoil it.
No spoilers. Do not spoil.
I will not spoil.
Whatever. I don't give a shit about spoilers.
Yeah,
anymore.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if one of us
Controversial
does not give a
everyone
shit
else
about
does.
spoilers because there's some people that do.
I
So
wanna
we
see
don't
it.
spoil in
Most
this
people
chat.
can grow up. No, I'm not going to spoil it, but it
Don't
was
spoil it, mate.
fucking boring. Like before I saw it, I watched your review and I thought, oh, okay, so there will be some slow-paced scenes that will flesh out the characters, but there's so many scenes that are just fucking pointless. Like they don't serve the characters or the story or anything.
Can I just quickly say
everything
something?
kinda serves something.
That's the two primary things I've heard about this film. You'll either like, oh, there's no script. I feel like not every film has to be so plot heavy.
Mm-hmm.
No,
like one
but
of
it
its
should.
least plot-heavy
but
films,
it
and
should
that
have-
could be quite refreshing. I could imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, but like someone, I'm not gonna spoil who or what or any specifics.
Seriously,
but someone, I know I'm not spoiling it, but
Mm.
someone watching themselves in a movie, that's not like, what fucking point does that serve for like 5 minutes? It goes on and on and on.
But
and
that
I
doesn't
find it-
change if the film's good or not. If a 5-minute scene about, like,
Well, no, but it's an example
of the whole
There's
film.
so many scenes that are just pointless, and I just wanted to fucking split my wrists.
I'm sure that there are many people that got something out of that, though.
Well, lucky them. The only part I liked was the third act. That was great.
Okay.
You like
Don't
Quentin
say anything
Tarantino
about
films
it.
in general?
That's your opinion.
No,
But
I won't. But I laughed so hard. Like the theater I was at was like cheering, and I like my eyes were tearing up because it was hilarious.
That's enough.
Sound like my grandma when she goes.
Now I know it's funny. I guess I should say stop.
Yeah, don't.
Spoilers.
Don't. Stop.
Tarantino movie is funny. Whoa, spoilers.
Do you like Quentin Tarantino's films in general?
Oh hell yeah, he's one of my favorite directors. I've seen most of his films. The three I haven't seen are Reservoir Dogs, Jackie Brown, and Death Proof. Was it?
I think Jackie Brown's quite underrated.
I think Death Proof's underrated. It's everyone's least favorite.
I don't. Really
Jackie
like
Brown
it.
seems to be a lot of people's favorite.
Death Proof, was that in Grindhouse?
I'm excited.
I watched them.
Kill Bill. The Kill Bill movies are my favorite.
They're amazing.
You know what?
Death Proof, was that in the Grindhouse
Yes.
film?
Yeah.
I think. Okay.
Yeah, apparently people don't like Kill Bill. Like, I think it's great.
I don't know anybody that dislikes Kill Bill. It's
I
on the
know people who
IMDb
don't
top
like Volume
250.
Two.
What are you talking about?
I know people who don't like Volume 2 as much.
Hate it.
Mark Kermode has.
watched Inglourious Bastards
Yeah.
last night, and it's probably my favorite Tarantino film. Inglourious Bastards.
I have to bring up something. Speaking of directors,
Mhm.
I consider Kill Bill.
You just
1
interrupted
and 2
Jake.
one movie.
Jake, there was somebody that was just talking.
Wait, Jake? Wait, am I supposed to be Jake?
I don't know. Jack TR, whatever you're.
Jack Hart.
Oh, Jackter. Oh, sorry,
Jackter?
I
I
didn't
don't
know.
know. Yeah. Hold up. What were you saying? Yes.
I can just go with a name like I have. It's just Al.
all I was gonna say was like I've been live streaming lately and been playing Red Dead 2, and for any scenes that like need to be censored, I've been using this particular image. Thought you guys would
I'll
appreciate
check
it.
that in chat. Okay, hold on. All right, what were you gonna say, Jack TR?
Okay, sorry, I didn't hear him. I was gonna say I consider Kill Bill like one movie because apparently Tarantino like wanted it to just be one film, but it was so fucking long that he had to split it. But
Well,
it was like one.
that was a
continuous
studio
film.
thing, right?
Yeah, but
Was it really? I can't
mean-
imagine they would let him make it like a 5-hour film, 6-hour
That's like a
film.
stylized camera right there.
We can blame Harvey Weinstein.
Yes.
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
actually, I think
Fuck
Harvey
Harvey.
Weinstein was actually quite smart as a producer. I know he's a dirtbag, but he was actually kind of a smart producer. You know, I was looking up.
Probably, he
question
made
is
a lot of
probably
money.
in poor taste, but the question
Doesn't mean he wasn't smart.
question is going to be in poor taste. So, who do you think is worse when that Me Too thing happened? Bill Cosby or Harvey Weinstein?
Give it back.
I'm going to say Harvey Weinstein because apparently Bill Cosby is actually happy in prison. I was watching a podcast and a comedian who knows him.
He's just
said who
lying.
It was.
Wait, is Bill Cosby really in prison?
I don't. I'm not one of the victims, so I don't know. I don't know what happened. Like, I couldn't offer any insight.
Cosby's
Adam, want to change that?
in prison.
Yeah, I think Weinstein is worse because, or no, Cosby's worse because he like drugged him and then.
I
Yeah.
think his crime is worse, but I think like them being in jail, who's getting the worst, type of experience? I'd say I don't know if Harvey Weinstein has enough money to like. I don't know. I don't know how his, his prison life would be, to be honest, because some rich people get luxuries, don't they? So maybe he'll go into prison with that.
Yeah, well, they both need to be castrated and hung. They're fucking disgusting.
I don't agree with that.
Hang him up with John Kay.
Pushed out.
I'm one of those who supports the death penalty, but that's too far.
Power makes people greedy if they're not careful.
No,
I'm more interested in
they
this.
just- I think. I mean,
Adam, are you crying?
how many?
No,
how
I'm just
many
like
girls do you
rubbing my
rape
eyes
and-
because I'm
And so you
tired
want their suffering in prison
and I
to end
can't
quickly,
sleep
rather
ever.
than draw it out.
I'm more interested
Oh,
in
no.
this like Jeffrey Epstein shit, who just like killed.
Who's that?
Sorry, I hate to interrupt. I hate to interrupt.
Yes, go for
I
it.
hate to interrupt.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, but does anyone know a good substitute for bread? Because I want toast and we have no bread.
Tofu.
How about
don't-
human flesh?
Gluten-free bread.
Try a bath rag.
Ritz crackers.
We
Let me look
try
at my
just
pantry.
organic. If it has like if a bread has like a bunch of seeds in it and stuff, that's more healthier than say white bread. But that's just going off my family's current diet. We don't eat white bread anymore. It's just like whole wheat seeded bread.
If someone comes home with some white bread, does everyone get angry? Like, this family does not eat white bread.
I just hide it. Don't tell anyone.
Get this shit out of my house.
Get out
This is a Christian household. We do not eat white bread.
Sorry. I'm not joking. Like but all seriousness.
Do you think I could make toast out of like bananas or something? Like, could I just dip bananas into Vegemite?
No.
Because that's what I want.
Oh, that sounds disgusting.
That wouldn't work.
What the
Hey, do not offend me.
I'm starting to think she's Australian.
Me saying that you find food
what?
nice
Really?
and I don't is not offending.
I have Vital Wheats. It's all good, fam.
Okay.
Bananas are great.
That was a little story. I had a little short story then.
Yeah. No, it's funny because I'll bring white bread into the house. And my family treats it like it's like I've committed grand heresy in the house.
At least it's not bringing sugar in the house. My family just cuts down on sugar in general.
Well, white bread is shit.
What is that?
Is that Nutella?
Or Vegemite?
Vegemite.
What is that?
Originally
like
called
vegan Nutella.
Very salty sauce.
Who here's seen the Lighthouse trailer? You know, I know Adam, you're very
I have.
seen the Lighthouse.
I
I've
never. After watching Adam's Quickie,
I think it looks so interesting. It looks so interesting. I can't wait to see it.
I can't wait to see it again.
That is.
I'm not seeing it for a while.
I love seeing Robert Pattinson do so well as well. You know, like there was such a stage in his career where you looked at him like, nah, mate, you haven't got it. But
I mean, he's great and all, but what about Willem Dafoe?
I don't know yet. He looks amazing. Yeah, he looks
now I got it.
Willem Dafoe needs to be the Green Goblin again.
Like anything with Willem Dafoe is like a must see for me. Like
if they're bringing back
anything
I think recently.
Yeah, even like Death Note. I don't give a shit about Death Note, like even like the anime series. But as soon as I heard like Willem Dafoe was in it, I was like, okay, I gotta watch this.
I'll never do that.
He's in a lot of movies.
I'll never just.
The three actors who always get my ticket are Willem Dafoe, Tom Hanks
on autopilot.
Okay.
Sorry,
What
what?
was you saying? The three ticket.
Willem Dafoe, Tom Hanks, and because he's barely in movies anymore, Tobey Maguire. I don't even.
I love that. I love it. It's Toby.
I was talking to my family about it. Speaking of actors, I was like, I don't know if he's playing as Pumbaa in the live action remake, but I thought it'd be fun if it was Key and Peele. Key and Peele.
Who?
Oh, you got
For
it.
what?
What?
Playing for what?
Oh, Timon and Pumbaa in the live actions like
Nah.
I don't plan on seeing.
I'm so done
Nah,
with
I'm
that
just
Lion
waiting.
King now.
But I would love. They're a great duo. They know how to make any role.
Yeah, well,
Disney makes
do
me
make
feel
a new
sick of
movie. Make a different
I'm just
movie.
waiting.
Right, Adam?
Sorry.
I'm
You
just
haven't seen
waiting.
it yet, right, Adam? Yeah, the new one?
What about the new Lion King? Say that again.
You haven't seen it yet, right?
No, I
It
have
hasn't come
not.
out on
No.
or
I've seen
Yeah.
clips.
Don't
I've
even
seen
pay
enough.
for it on digital. It's terrible. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I like
but
the
that's
Aladdin
what's
movie
so annoying
that
about
came
it.
out.
Like everyone's so extreme with their opinions on this Lion King thing. It makes me want to see it even less.
I only have.
I know it's so bad.
I don't have
I guarantee it's just like, all right.
I'm in the boat with Grant. But the only reason I give a shit about the Lion King remake is that Eric Andre's in it, and I'm just waiting for someone to upload like clips of Eric Andre onto YouTube.
Oh, you want to know something about Eric Andre? He has 5 lines. I'm not kidding.
I'm sure.
Fuck that.
He was playing a character that, like, what,
Why
a
was that?
hyena or something?
Yeah, and he barely says anything. Like, he says a couple funny things, but that's it.
There's like no reason for him to be there.
I thought it was gonna be either Simone or Pumbaa, but seriously,
I always thought it'd be funny if it just showed the hyena running up on like the scenery and destroying it. Like he does.
Wait, he was one of the fucking hyenas? Are you?
Yeah, he's one of the hyenas.
Not Simone, not
yeah.
Pumbaa. The the comic relief.
wasted potential.
That's Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I'm gonna punch a hole in my wall. Excuse me, I gotta punch a hole in my wall.
They should have just like tried to make it different if this is what they were gonna do. They should have tried to do something different with it.
Creativity. That's what they did with Aladdin somewhat.
They should have had
Make that even more.
They should have had
I know,
Eric.
you know what?
They should have had Eric
I
Andre.
liked-
They should have had Eric Andre as Zazu.
That's what?
I liked
Zazu.
the Aladdin movie this year. I really
Jack,
liked
Jack
it.
TR, you gotta learn to not. No, we hold the fuck up. We gotta try our best to make sure we're not all talking over each other at the same time. We all have to try very hard because there's more than 10 people. So all I was gonna say was that Eric Andre should have been Zazu. All right.
Okay, as you were saying, Adam.
All I was gonna say was that Eric Andre should have played Zazu, and they should have made it different. They should have made it just a different movie.
Oliver was fine.
If not Eric Andre, they should have just done, brought back Rowan Atkinson. You know?
Well, they should have tried to make it different because just this copy paste bullshit is so stupid.
That's true. But Rowan Atkinson's one of my favorite British actors.
Jeremy Irons for what far?
I feel like Disney's going to hit a wall very soon, especially when the Marvel stuff starts to not do as well, because that is inevitable now, I feel.
Yeah, I feel like it's...
That's wishful thinking. I think Disney knows how to make money. So
I think Endgame was the end genre.
Yeah, it's the end of that era, but
if you think about it, like, apart from their live action stuff now and Marvel, what else is doing as well? So if one of them falls...
Pixar,
yeah.
And,
you know what?
Princess related, like they're making Frozen 2, so
they own Avatar now. I mean, they own Avatar now. Like,
which one? The Last Airbender or the James Cameron?
They own all Fox. They bought Fox. They own all Fox properties
They just
now.
announced that they're remaking like Home Alone, Cheaper by the Dozen, Night at the Museum. They have like a ton of stuff lined up.
Replace Ben Stiller.
I wonder whether. Oh, sorry, mate.
Oh no, you can go.
I wonder whether, like, our generation, like us right now, are we actually getting incredible films? Or do you think, like, in 50 years' time, they'll look back in history and it'll be like, oh, that was a bit of a dip in film?
We're getting incredible films. They're just not like studio movies. We're getting incredible indie movies. That's it.
Actually, I think that's getting oversaturated as well. But
no, there's just more indie movies now. Like, it's easier to make a movie than ever before. Easier to distribute a movie than ever before. There's more people making them. So,
what if Disney remade
Underground?
But the Deer Hunter. Does anyone know what that movie is?
I know what it is. I haven't seen it yet.
Hey Ray, we have that. Nice to have you back, Ray.
To anyone who doesn't know, the Deer Hunter is. I haven't seen it either, but I know the premise.
It's very good.
Has anyone seen "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou"?
Yes.
Yes.
I love this movie.
There we go. I need to watch that movie. I've seen clips and it looks very great.
Oh brother,
it's got some catchy music.
Speaking of the Deer
Isn't it a Coen Brothers film?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thought so. I need to catch up with Coen Brothers.
Let me tell you,
Make the Garfield movie.
That's great.
What did I find?
Hey Adam.
Yes.
One thing I can say about the new Lion King is that it made me realize that Lion King 2 isn't that bad.
How about Lion King 2.5? That was
It was 1.5.
1.5.
The Lion King 2 is pretty bad. The Lion King 2 is really, really bad.
What do you think of 1.5 story? And what do you think of 1.5?
I get it. You're a song expert and all, but I think the songs are kind of cute. And,
They're not good.
Oh. No, but
you can call them kind of cute.
Remember the Timon and Pumbaa TV show?
Yeah, I remember seeing it, like clips of it on Disney Channel.
I've watched some episodes recently.
In my memory, but I can't remember.
It's so funny.
Here's
Mandark was in it.
Muppets and
Mandark.
He did like a crossover with Lilo and Stitch.
I don't remember. No, that was a Proud Family. That was the Proud Family. I think you're misremembering it.
Yeah, because I saw that.
He did a crossover with someone though.
DuckTales.
When Lilo and Stitch they crossovered with Kim.
House of Mouse. I think it was House of Mouse. Never mind.
American Dragon, Jake Long, and even Recess.
Okay, what is the American Dragon? I've never watched that.
It's basically it's like Chinese American, totally radical thing, and he transforms into a dragon. And you look up on E621 for what it looks like.
Okay, yeah.
Let's not do
I was a kid. I
We
really
did that a lot back then.
When I was a kid, I really liked that show,
too.
but then they completely changed art directors, and the new style absolutely hideous.
Adam, can you stop vaping? This is a Christian channel.
Stop roasting
I'm
me.
gonna have an asthma attack from all the way
Stop
over here
roasting
from
me.
your vape.
Are you?
Stop hating.
Stop roasting Adam. He's a part of Vape Nation. He's a cool boy.
Oh, here's another picture.
Okay, I just had a.
You would appreciate.
Adam, why do you vape?
Yeah, why do you vape? It's disgusting.
It's cool. Vaping cool.
Because I hate myself.
I vape sometimes.
Did you?
I don't blame you.
I hate myself too, but I don't blow the fat clouds. I'm a Christian, not against vaping.
He wants to die quicker.
Well, you're not hip with the kids like Adam. Yeah, you gotta be cool. Take your Christianity and shove it up someone's.
You gotta go and squat behind the alleyway and smoke some jewels.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I woke up very early this morning just to watch this. Okay, excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
Like,
It must be very
I was gonna say earlier. People have been saying for about 5 years now that the the superhero movies are getting close to ending. So I don't think it's gonna happen anytime
Yeah,
soon. I mean,
it's not.
One just became the highest grossing film of all time, so I fucking doubt it.
Yeah. Hey Adam, you should check out the most recent.
The most recent what?
It was like spoiler what the superhero genre.
The most recent what?
Well, the thing is, in like 2 years from now, Justice League is gonna
Hold
try to do
up.
one game.
The most recent what?
Picture in chat that I posted.
Okay, yeah.
What's your picture?
And check out the prior ones too. It was
nice.
like about the Hunter and.
Do you know what they should have done for the DC universe?
What?
Not done it. I'm so disappointed that they didn't do this, because even though Man of Steel fucking sucked a nut, they still could have had like good solo movies before, or at least for Superman and Batman before Batman v Superman.
Oh, what was that last?
Wonder Woman.
That's the problem. Justice League were just blowing their load too quickly.
I know. It's like she's not gonna want to come back if you come to it. So they kind of fucked up.
Did I just see a Frozen fan art there?
I don't know. But also, speaking of Endgame, guess what movie is out on digital finally, so we can get into spoilers.
That doesn't. No, we're not getting into spoilers.
That doesn't count.
Damn it. No spoilers.
We're not.
Why does it not count?
I still haven't seen it.
Even though 99% of us have seen it.
You don't make the rules.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say I still haven't watched it yet. So
yeah, there we go. You don't make the
rules.
rules.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not gonna watch it because of the.
You need to chill out.
It's not like worth it though.
Jacko, chill out.
Infinity War is a bad movie.
Infinity War is the best one. I love Infinity War, and I don't much care for Marvel, but I love Infinity War.
Even thinking about those films are boring.
I've said it hundreds of times. My opinion will never change. I did not like Infinity War.
It's okay. It's okay.
If you didn't like it, why would you have seen it thousands of times?
I've said it 1,000 times.
Oh. Endgame is the best, I think.
I'm sure if I've seen it a second time, I wouldn't like it anymore.
I thought Endgame was like pretty good, but so much about it was so frustrating to me.
I didn't think so.
If a film is frustrating,
yeah, I think those films are constantly frustrating a bit, especially the more complex they've got.
I'm back. My computer fucked up.
So
when I first
I like your picture, dude.
All right, well, let me make my point on this.
Is that from the
reason I
Nutcheck?
hate most Marvel movies is because they are filled with so many plot conveniences. Like they let certain villains live and run off to kill more people. Like, why do that? That is
That's
so.
I guess it goes with the
watching.
comic book thing, though, doesn't it? Like the comic book, it's kind of very comic booky in some ways. I guess
it's because it's for babies.
It's like having
The Marvel
like the Taliban and letting him go.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Away in the comment.
Guard Sky, you wanted to say something, right?
Yeah.
I was watching some
Wait.
video on your media.
Wait, Guard Sky wanted to say something.
Yeah, like one
hello,
reason
can anyone hear me?
I can hear you, yeah. Say your thing.
One reason I didn't like, or one aspect I didn't like about Endgame was that when they do the time travel, they reference like
spoilers.
Oh, you think time travel? Oh,
it's not. Come on, dude. Everyone knows there's time travel.
Okay.
I was spacing out,
Everyone has made fucking memes about that movie.
I'm not gonna spoil more, but I'm not gonna spoil more.
And you know
but
what?
They reference like Terminator.
Yeah.
It's kind of like saying it's spoilers to know that Star Wars takes place in space.
Whatever. Sorry. Say your thing, Guardska. This is very difficult. People gotta talk one at a time, please.
There's one point where Don Cheadle says like, "Oh, you've seen Terminator, Time Cop, Back to the Future," like. But when I see like a fun comic book movie, I want it to be like otherworldly and like immersive, like Lord of the Rings. I want it to be like meta and like self-aware, like yeah, dude.
But it's all about nostalgia now.
Yeah,
it's like
but
fourth
that's
wall
what's...
breaking to the.
Wait, is that the fucking police?
Man. Stop the sirens.
They've like fourth wall broken Marvel to a point where I don't like it. If that makes sense.
Oh, you want to watch a DC movie then?
Yeah.
Well, no, just
the
that
alternative
particular...
fake fan.
Well, I can criticize. I can criticize Marvel without having to go watch DC.
I was kidding, dude. But what I love about the time travel is because, just like Adam, if it's not like at least somewhat less consistent, then I'll lose my fucking mind. But what I love about Endgame is that if you think about it enough, it does make sense. Like it all is one continuous time stream. I love that.
I still don't think.
I think it will. I think it won't age well. I think Endgame won't age well.
Well, what about Infinity
all
War?
these
Will
Marvel
that age
films
well?
will be forgotten.
No, Infinity War won't age well either. No.
No, I think no, they will. They will.
Back of our generation.
Sorry?
I think the new Star Wars films will age better than the Marvel films now.
Unfortunately, so yes.
The first Avengers
next to each other.
The first Avengers film already looks like garbage.
The original Star Wars is such a different category of film as well. Like, I don't think they're very similar.
Really changed how I view Star Wars. So,
I think Guardians of
saw the predictions video of what could happen next.
I know I'm in the minority, but I love the new Star Wars trilogy. Like the new
I know,
sequel.
I do too.
I feel like we're like
in
everything we
all
have.
power to you, you know.
I just
Can we
hate,
talk about someone
I
else?
just hate the
That's
I
all
just
that
hate
matters.
The turbo nerd backlash to the new Star Wars film. That's what I don't care about the new films in particularly, but I'm just tired of like this like Ray has just demasculinized America.
Yeah, that's so dumb.
Oh shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of really unproductive conversations around Star Wars.
I love every single Star Wars film except for the spin-offs. I hate Rogue One. I do not like Solo.
I don't like the new anthology films. I really don't. But the new sequels I like a lot.
Yeah, 7 and 8 are fucking great.
I agree.
I think they're fine.
Yeah, they feel like Star Wars. So,
Adam, you know,
I give
you
both
were
7
talking about.
and 8 an 8 out of 10. I think they're pretty great.
I even like the prequels, so suck it.
You know, you were talking about
I like the prequels.
like
I originally hated them, but the fucking memes have kind of like go, oh, these movies aren't too bad.
No, I genuinely like them. Like, I think they're good. Like,
Sorry.
mostly. I'll say mostly. There's a lot of dumb shit in them, but there's a lot of good stuff.
You know, we were talking about, you know, you were saying like now there's more films getting made because of the indie scene and everything. Like,
Yes.
more and more people are able to make films.
Yeah.
Do you think that is creating a like, you know, what's happening in Hollywood and what's happening in the indie scene is so like different now.
Mhm.
Like, you know, in the 90s, That's funny. In the 90s, like a lot of obscure films could get into Hollywood quite a lot.
You
Like
mean those
scripts
artsy
could get big
films?
Yeah, like I feel like the distinction between Hollywood and indie is getting so further apart more that
Yeah.
maybe one of them will become irrelevant maybe one day.
Well, now it's Netflix instead. Now it's just Netflix.
Isn't that
Yeah.
well? Isn't the
I
streaming
think
age
it'll
coming
all
to
just
an end
come
now?
down to streaming services.
Oh, did you guys
Yeah,
hear that?
I think so as well. Unfortunately, yeah.
Disney's making their
Now
own.
we got. Yeah, and that's the and that's what's kind of the fear is that there's going to be like
And there's probably going to be like one or two great shows that I'm not going to be able to watch because I'm just not going to get that streaming service. I'm just not.
Torrent.
I'll watch the KOTOR
I
series.
think the way things are going, it restricts freedom instead of makes it freer. I don't know. It's so hard because of the internet. The internet's
I
made
feel like
everything
it's
so
a
easy
lot
in some way.
easier to
Yeah, well,
distribute
the
from
Wild
service.
West days of the internet is coming to an end.
Yeah,
And
I don't know
maybe
why.
the Wild Wild West days of original films are coming to an end, because everything's getting boxed up and labeled so much that
Corporatized.
I
Yeah,
think if I don't know why people are getting upset over the Disney Home Alone reboot because like it's already been.
real?
You mean the Macaulay?
No,
actually
it's already. No, I am.
They've announced
But
it.
it's Macaulay Culkin. It ain't good.
I know, but it's already been rebooted 3 times, so it's like.
Yeah, but they mean like properly, don't they? You know, like they mean like.
Yeah, but 3, 4, and 5 are pretty much reboots.
We'll probably get a
Everybody's gonna be mad now, and then they're gonna make a new film, and it's going to incorporate like cell phones and shit. They're gonna have a new movie, and it's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna trap the bad guys, but this time he's gonna use Alexa, and people will praise it because it's so modern. Like that's literally what's gonna happen.
You know what it'll be? It'll be a proper Home Alone 3, but it'll be Kevin McAllister's son, and it'll be having to do that. And Kevin
I don't know what
will be in
I
it.
want
It's
Alec
gonna be
Baldwin
Kevin
to be in it.
McAllister's son, except he has a 20-06. So.
I want Alec Baldwin to be.
Yeah,
I
and
want
he's
Alec
like-
Baldwin to be the baddie.
Macaulay
Culkin, or whatever his name is, and all the Red Letter Media Group are going to be in it.
They should
Yeah,
do like
and
an
then it's
adult
like-
version of it.
Yeah, and it's like the children of the wet bandits are the criminals.
Like
Sort of
like
like
an actual adult film
sort
where
of
like
like
Macaulay
so
Culkin is
that,
like an older version.
Sunday that National Lampoon comedy remake.
Hmm.
Sort of, like where it's like
They
passing
should
on
make it a
forward.
drama. They should make it a drama when like Macaulay Culkin has PTSD and he sees somebody get their house like broken into, and he
It
has to
turns
like
into, like a psychological horror.
yeah,
that'd be
like all about
awesome.
him like not being able to deal with it.
All right, I have a Home Alone 3 pitch.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Let's hear
so
it.
you see someone's
It's
house
called
into and
a
has
reboot
a
pitch.
1,000-yard stare. So
It's called Home Alone 3: Lost in Tokyo. And it's gonna be about Harry and Marv hiring Yakuza hitmen to kill Kevin. Yes, learn
That's
karate.
amazing.
That sounds
Read
that
out.
sounds
Yeah, I
amazing.
saw when I was like,
how about we do a
That's
little
hilarious.
How about we get a little more relevant and the whole Beijing thing that's going on right now? So
Say that again, Jordan. What did you say?
I said, let's be a little more relevant. The new Home Alone movie takes place in Beijing, like the current day, where there's all these riots. So,
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a subplot where like the kid gets his eyes stolen from him by like black market people.
Did you know that? Did you know that?
No,
What movie is this?
don't forget his kidney as well. So
Yeah, by
What
like
they
organ
like-
thieves.
What movie is this?
Couple
We're
points.
we're
know that,
making fantasy versions of the new Home Alone set in China.
Did
Oh,
you know that
Yeah,
Greg
I would want,
Sestero
like-
made a Home Alone pitch a long time ago?
Sorry, what?
About Greg Sesteros, aka
Oh.
Mark from The Room.
Yeah.
He made like a pitch for a Home Alone sequel a long time ago, and basically it's like Kevin being lost in Disney World
Oh.
and all the hijinks that would ensue.
oh hi Kevin. So,
Yeah, I don't know. There's the original two films have like some charm at least, but
yeah,
yeah, 1 and 2 are perfect.
it's.
I
it's
think
not
the
a popular
first one
opinion.
had charm. I think the sequel was not great.
It was not great.
I think it was. The sequel
reason-
was better than the first one, in my opinion.
The reason Home Alone 2 works is because of Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Home Alone
He
two
adds
was-
to it. He's not the only reason, but he definitely adds to it.
And
Mm.
Donald
Yeah.
Trump.
Dude, it's
Hello.
so
Macaulay
fucking.
Culkin.
I hope Tim Curry's in the new It. That'd be cool.
no.
Also, I think the change in setting
Why not?
sequel
Didn't he
too.
die?
I'm really excited for the new It.
No, everyone thinks
Wait,
it's bad.
no, Adam, you just pissed me off. Why wouldn't it be cool if Tim Curry's in the new It?
Because
cameo.
Because there's no reason for him to be.
I know, but it could be just like this old guy who's just there for like a cameo or something.
I am not. I understand that you loved Endgame, but I am not a type of person that just loves reference humor, you know? I don't give a shit about just references.
No, not just. I'm not saying it has to happen, but I'm just saying it would be cool.
Reference humor.
The original It wasn't very good.
Way. It's just like it's old now. Like
They already did. They showed the old It clown in the first It movie.
If I recall correctly, I don't think Tim Curry liked the role.
Oh yeah, but there's another in the trailers. There's another reference to Tim Curry's Pennywise. There's like, you know, the part where it's like all the swinging clowns, like inflatables, and like the mansion thing.
Yeah.
In the Hall of Mirrors. That's like they're all modeled after Tim Curry's Pennywise.
Yeah.
I've seen that circle around the internet.
Hey,
yeah.
What? Oh, I was gonna say, like, speaking of these movies set in the '80s, what did you guys think of the new Stranger Things?
It was.
I haven't seen the new season. Hold on one second.
I like it.
I think it had a weak start.
I think it's the worst season, but I still liked it.
I liked it overall.
It was better than the second season, in my opinion, but it had a weak start.
Justice for Alexei.
Yeah.
Despite all of its flaws, I still think it's one of the best TV shows out there.
I hope it ends at season 4 or 5. I don't want it to go on for too long.
I hoped it would end at this season.
I don't know why my room's so cold.
The Duffer Brothers are really great at is setting up a great mystery, and
I liked it just as much as season 2. I thought this was as good as season 2. Like pretty good.
I thought it was way better.
So
Yeah,
Scott,
definitely better.
I did watch.
Really?
I did watch Riverdale for the first time.
Oh boy!
And
no
will
interest.
Admit, first season is great. Has a great mystery setup, but then it sucks afterwards. It's like, like
I've seen all the like really popular compilations of the writing just being so terrible, and it's so funny. It's so funny.
That's the best part about Riverdale. It's just so terrible, and I love it. Like I have a weird addiction to just watching Riverdale on and on and on. Like I find it so much more entertaining than Stranger Things. Straight up.
I found
Stranger Things. It's
really
in my opinion. It's just basically 80s references. That's the entire series.
Are you saying that
opinion,
because you look like
I think that it takes very long to develop the characters, and that's just my opinion.
Mhm.
Riverdale, it just dives right in with the garbage writing that I find so hilarious.
The hilarious start. Like, yeah, the stories are bad, but and I keep saying, but
yeah, and there's there's the character development just goes like that.
I'm just like I don't know. How much more do they do with it than you would just like? I haven't seen it. Is it just like, oh, Archie comics, but this time it's Netflix and slightly more mature?
It's comics. It takes a diarrhea dookie on the original source material.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Oh, and has anyone heard of that Camp Coral thing?
The books are great, but the movies are terrible.
I love the Archie comics.
Not my Rod, bro.
Funny enough, when I was 6 years old, I remember watching like the Archie movie Attack of the Killer Spuds when I was being watched by this older woman because I was going to school, and I just remember watching it and being like, huh, this is interesting.
I remember Archie's Weird Mysteries.
I was gonna bring that up.
Gosh,
I remember the theme
Archie had a
song.
crossover with the Punisher.
Yes.
I remember all the. I think the Archie Sonic comics are still going on. Am I
they were
wrong?
canceled. They were canceled.
Yeah, they're still going on.
No,
they are.
The
Right?
That's
Archie
a
comics
thing?
are still going on because I went to the
on through
bookstore
there.
recently and I saw them.
IDW. That's a different.
I remembered really enjoying the Sonic Archie comics when I was reading them.
They're not too bad.
The Archie comics were the Sonic Archie comics were canceled like a year ago or 2 years ago.
Well,
what
it
you see
ended.
now is
They
like
ended it.
NWB.
They didn't really cancel it, but they have a new series with a new art style, which I've heard is pretty good.
Yeah, well, it's a different company. It's a different company. It's not Archie. It's not it's a different company.
Well, yeah.
So the Archie owned series is over, and it's a new continuity. I know too much of this shit. I need to get a life.
Hey, Adam, what are you
Adam,
drinking?
have you finished season 1 of Stranger Things?
No, not yet. What am I drinking? This is Gatorade.
Fucking loser.
Sorry, what?
It's blue Gatorade.
Oh, blue Gatorade. Okay.
With some ice.
Oh, that's pretty
That's
gamer.
some gourmet shit right
For some
there.
reason, I'm always like drawn to like interestingly colored drinks. And,
Wait,
blue.
Adam, you want to know a fun fact? You want to know a fun fact about Gatorade?
What?
They come in bottles.
Okay.
What?
I mean,
fact, yo.
I made a
Wow.
that almost killed me. I made a cocktail that almost killed me. It was like 7-Up plus Sprite mixed with Monster Energy drink.
That's
called
Pepsi.
Is it really a cocktail if there's no booze in it though?
Well, what would you call it? A mix? A mixture?
A mix.
A drink.
I call
it
answer.
I
call it a mistake.
It was like the moment I drank it, it was like time slowed down to like a snail's pace when I drank it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that's what happens when you drink.
That's what happens when you feel guilt.
And then once it wore off, I was like, I was like instantly asleep. I'm surprised it didn't kill me.
It sounds like something like the effects of Jet in Fallout 4.
Yeah, pretty much. And that was the worst thing I ever did.
Worst thing I ever did was when I was working at an assisted living. I'd have access to the drinks. I mixed like guava with Dr. Pepper and mixed milk with it just for fun, and it was awful.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Yeah. No, what's really good though is Dr. Pepper.
Something I want to mention. A couple days ago, I finally got to see Burning, which was really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I really loved it. And I'm trying to.
No spoilers.
Keep thinking about it. I haven't gotten like my conclusions about like.
Do not
the themes
spoil.
and the
Just letting you know. Do not spoil.
No spoilers. But, like,
No spoilers,
no spoilers,
bro.
but it made me remember. I last month I recommended another film by him, and I want to recommend it again. Secret Sunshine.
Yeah,
I'm
still gonna watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, Adam. You're gonna watch it soon for your 2007 list, but Burning is a better film. But personally, I love Secret Sunshine more.
Oh, Secret Sunshine on Criterion? I didn't even know that.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the Criterion soon.
Okay, maybe I should just
That's how
order
I
that
really
instead of.
existed.
Okay.
It's not as good as Burning, but I personally love it more. It doesn't have as many like.
Who's that in the background?
Messages. It's a lot more of a straightforward story, but it's fucking fantastic in my opinion.
Okay. We'll see if I can. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can just order that.
I've seen
Blu-ray.
Yeah, it's like $20 on Amazon. The Criterion. It's
Yeah.
it's
20 American dollars.
9, 12. Okay, we're back to 12.
it doesn't have as many like subtle messages. It's much more straightforward than Burning, but in my opinion, I think it's better.
Okay. Yeah, I'll order the Blu-ray. Actually, I didn't realize it was. On
I saw Burning.
Burning, I think Burning is a better film, and I love Burning.
It's fucking amazing.
Burning,
I like Burning.
I can't stop thinking about it. Like, there's so much to think about and try to figure out in terms of what it's trying to say. Like, I haven't even come to my own conclusions completely on about like the ending of the film or what it's trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I think it leaves it up to interpretation.
Have you guys ever like?
Oh, I always hate those type of films up to interpretation.
I don't hate those kind of things.
Well, I mean, like my new hobby is like collecting student films from like the 90s and 2000s, and all those type of student films have like the all you draw your own conclusion to it, man, which is more like, oh, we couldn't think of.
Is it in like a pretentious way, or is it in like
yeah,
a interesting way?
Pretentious. It's like it's pretentious. It's a pretentious way. It's like I said, I'm trying to go for like the more artsy fartsy. Like
it's like Coven. It's like Coven or something. Kind of.
More worse. Just like sometimes it's just like a bunch of stock footage thrown together with like some like rock music going on in the background. It's supposed to be a metaphor for
I was really impressed with Steven Yeun in that movie.
Yeah, he was awesome. He was awesome.
Yeah, fantastic performance right there.
Yeah,
I love him in The Walking Dead.
I
Speaking of
feel like
movies-
people can do a good job, but like The Walking Dead is a little limiting.
You know, I will
I'm
say
surprised that
only up to season 2. Season 2 is the worst, though.
I'm surprised that show
The guy
is
who
still-
plays
still
Rick
been,
Grimes, I
like-
forgot his name, but I think he does a fantastic job.
I feel
Andrew
like The
Lincoln's
Walking Dead-
awesome.
I feel like The Walking Dead's gonna become like the live-action Simpsons in terms of like they'll just keep on going forever.
Speaking of which, Adam, are you gonna ever?
They're already coming out with a film. It's so fucking.
Imagine 30
Everything that's
seasons
going on
of
now
The
is so
Walking
much more
Dead.
dumb than it used to be.
Simpsons died in 1997.
I think it's
like
fun.
they're never gonna. The Walking Dead is not going to end. Like that is so clear now.
It's just gonna go on for infinity.
AMC has it on life support.
Even if they're not even a TV show anymore, it's not going to end. There's still going to be so many other stuff.
Yeah.
I think The Simpsons died in 2006. After the movie came out, then that's when it went downhill for me.
The movie wasn't
I
even good.
I don't think it's.
I really liked it.
I thought there was some. Great
I liked
parts.
it when I
Not
was your age, but I don't like it now.
That sounds about reasonable then.
You were once my age?
Yeah.
Like it's not very funny moments, but not all throughout.
Yeah, pretty much.
What would
There's
you
some
give it
alright.
out of 10?
I gave it a 5 on my most recent watch.
I give it a 5.
It's not in the DNA of The Simpsons to be like all family friendly.
Yeah, especially.
Oh, you know, I found out it's actually the longest running show in America. It's not The Simpsons, but Cops. Anyone heard of that show?
Oh yeah.
I've heard it.
I thought it was Meet the Press.
No, it's
The
still
greatest
going on.
cinematic masterpiece, Chips.
No,
Chips.
Cops.
You're not a real movie buff if
You
you
know,
don't have 20
Bad
copies
Boy,
of chips.
Bad boy, you know, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for
When they
you?
come for
That
you.
shit.
All right.
Cops, cool orange people sitting.
Two of his Blu-ray collection is just going to be another Chips review.
$10 to the winner. Who knows the longest running film series of all time?
Star Wars.
Probably not.
Godzilla?
Probably gonna be some Bollywood shit.
Yeah,
Is it Godzilla?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It is close
From
though.
India. Is it from India?
That's
They have a lot of-
No, there's like a business.
Not from India.
Oh, from India?
Well,
No,
India,
it's
they
not.
look
I
like
said
a-
it's not
it's
from
from
India.
Japan. It's from Japan.
From America, dipshit.
Oh.
Did the MCU
That was
Would it be
uncalled
the
for.
horror movie
Is
monsters?
it like some
Pink Panther.
Just say what it is.
Universal monster movies.
Fuck, it's King Kong.
Okay.
Oh my
What?
Oh, that's
What?
right. Let's save it.
1933.
That doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make. That's not a fucking what?
What?
1933. The first film came out in 1933, and they're still making them.
I need sources. Where'd you get that info?
No.
There's a live
No,
action.
Jordan,
one of
Jordan.
these in, like, the
I don't
20s.
agree. I
Jordan.
agree.
I
I'm
got
pretty sure this first
Listen.
Godzilla came out in the 20s.
Sorry, someone said my name.
No,
Yeah,
it's like
like
the
the mouse cartoons
1938 or
came out in the
something.
20s. Steamboat
I got a
Willie
longer.
been around longer.
I got a
Yeah.
longer one.
That's yeah.
Yeah,
Jordan,
Pink
I got
Panther.
a longer
Talking
one.
about like film series, like
That is
King-
a film series.
oh wait,
Mickey
what
Mouse
is
a
it?
franchise.
The Mickey Mouse shorts. Those are considered a film.
But they're not doing anything
What?
Mickey Mouse
But
today.
those
though.
are about a character, not about like
Mickey Mouse is
one-
a character.
Well, Shaun the Sheep.
So
Shaun the Sheep
insensitive.
Jordan,
movie.
Don't be
Jordan.
insensitive.
Frankenstein.
The
Frankenstein.
Universal
Yeah.
monster films. You could just
Dracula.
You just slap the. Well,
You did
how about we just,
Nosferatu.
Yeah.
That was in the
well,
20s.
we could just like merge those into like the Universal monster movies. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, remember the Dark Universe thing? That was like a continuation of that, or at least it tried to be.
What the?
The attempt at the Dark Universe was so funny. The Mummy was hilarious.
Yeah. Well, the thing about that is that there's a new King Kong movie coming out next year. It's a Kong versus Godzilla remake.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was their plan. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
is Tom Cruise.
It's still happening.
I haven't seen the
Welcome to
new
the
one.
cinematic Dark Universe. We're gonna do shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I was so disappointed in Godzilla 2. I wanted to rip the fucking projector out of there and throw it at the wall.
I haven't seen the 2015 one. Adam, have you seen it again recently? Do you still think?
Oh, Shin Godzilla! I need to see it.
You mean the 2014 one then?
The 2014 one, yeah.
I don't have any reason to go back to it. I know I gave it a 7 when it came out. I would probably give it a 6 today, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I'd give it a 6. It was good.
That film is very, very divisive, and I want to see it to know my own opinions. But have you seen Shin Godzilla, Adam?
Yeah, it was interesting. I liked I really loved the animation and the design in Shin Godzilla. I did not like the Japanese actors pretending to speak English by doing it phonetically and not knowing a single thing that they're actually saying. I didn't like that part.
Wait, was it dubbed by any?
I really love.
By any chance?
I really
I
love.
imagine that just takes. Yeah.
I really.
Was it dubbed? Shin Godzilla, was that dubbed at all?
I didn't watch a dub. There are scenes where Japanese characters are speaking English. They're like, "I'm from the U.S." Except they're saying it phonetically, and they have no idea what they're actually saying. Like, "I'm from U.S." or something. They're saying words technically, but like it's like you can tell that these people don't speak English. So.
Okay,
I really
go
love
the JoJo route where they just do the English, where they're like, "Holy shit!"
At least bad in like a funny way, or
plate or whatever. I really loved the human aspect of Shin Godzilla a lot, more than most Godzilla films, because I think Godzilla works well with humans when there isn't a main character, because that's what Shin Godzilla is mainly about. It's not about a central character. All these people trying to figure the whole fucking situation out. And
I've never
really. I thought the political aspect of it was really well done and actually interesting.
Okay. Political aspect
of Shin Godzilla.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but
it's fun.
Adam, have you seen?
It's always been about politics, honestly, ever since the first one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's a part of Godzilla that makes Godzilla more interesting.
Yeah,
further aspect of it.
The first one was a metaphor for the nuclear war or something like that.
I did it wrong. I was trying to do BRB.
Okay.
Sign language.
Yeah.
Adam, what are you talking about? There was no nuclear war. What do you mean? You mean that never happened?
Sweep it under the rug.
What are you talking about?
Adam, have you seen Godzilla?
Sorry?
Papa Adam, have you seen Godzilla 2, King of the Monsters?
No.
Don't watch it. It's
fucking terrible.
Yeah,
I give it a 2 out of 10.
I wanted to find time to watch it to review it, and it was just bad timing. I had too many other things going on, and then by the time I could see it, like a week after it got released, anybody that I could see it with was like, "Yeah, I've already seen it, and I don't want to see it again because it was bad." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I'd be wasting my time, I guess."
I'm a hardcore fan of Godzilla. I've loved him ever since I came out of my mother's wretched womb, and it is so
I like
fucking awful. It's an insult.
Mm-hmm.
And the writer and director Michael Dougherty, I fucking love the guy. He's awesome. He made Krampus and Trick or Treat.
I am not a big fan of either of those.
I love them. Especially Trick or Treat.
I love Trick or Treat.
And I heard he was making this one, and I thought, oh shit, it's gonna be a movie of the year, and it was the worst movie of the year, maybe. I don't know. One of them. One of the worst ones. Certainly the most.
Well, there's a Trick or Treat 2 on IMDb.
Is there?
Oh yeah, there's a Roger Rabbit 2 as well.
And he keeps saying he's gonna make it, but we don't know.
What's
My
the
fan art
come out before Avatar 2?
Yeah, my fan art I made for Roger Rabbit 2 is being used as the official poster on IMDb. It's hilarious.
Wait, what?
Really?
Roger Rabbit 2?
Well, it's all user created, right? There was a while where, like, when David Fincher's World War Z 2 was supposed to be a thing, and you go on Google and you search it, and it was just the thumbnail for my World War Z video, and then they started using it on like Letterboxd and shit. Yeah,
I know. I've
because there was the big number. I photoshopped a big number 2 in front of World War Z, and then people were like, "Is this the poster?"
Part 2.
Because anyway, so I saw earlier Chris was like raising his hand to try and say something and never said it. Is there something you wanted to say?
I kind of just typed down. It was just about like your first film.
Sorry, say that again. You're cutting it a little.
Huh? Oh, well, I already typed what I was going to say in chat, and it was just about Gareth Edwards' film.
Oh, okay.
Which was like he did like a giant monster film called Monsters, and I saw it.
Oh yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that.
Well, it was still impressive that he did much of the like.
Yeah, it was one of the. There were a lot of movies that came out around that time where you could basically just like propel your career by making an indie movie that also had computer animation in it, and people would go, "Wow." Because, like, a lot of people would, if they are in the special effects industry, they can do it for a lot cheaper than if they were to outsource it and hire, like, a whole company. So a lot of indie movies were able to do shit like that.
I got a hot scoop on Roger Rabbit 2.
Apparently, getting Space Jam 2?
No, Roger Rabbit 2. Apparently, if it really is getting made...
Space Jam 2 all the way.
Fuck you. But if Roger Rabbit 2 really is getting made...
Space Jam is a classic.
I don't care, but what's your name? Jessica Rabbit might not be in it.
I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna
What the fuck?
I'm not gonna watch it for the
Hey, Adam.
Yes.
Didn't Bob Hoskins die?
Yeah, but they'll probably like recreate him with CGI or something for like a cameo.
That's gonna be fucking.
LeBron
What's up,
James is gonna be CGI, guys.
Guard Scott, what did you want to ask?
I have a hot take, and don't take this too seriously.
Okay.
But the reason Space Jam rings hollow is because it tries to reimagine Bugs Bunny as a cis hetero dude when we all know he's genderqueer.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Okay,
Let's not jump into the Tumblr.
Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave?
Yeah. I want to hang out with Eric Andre.
Hey, has anyone ever played Spyro as a kid?
I have.
No.
I played Crash. I played Crash, but not.
I went to fucking Blockbuster to pick up Spyro.
I've been playing
a lot of Spyro porn.
Because my birthday was on the 29th.
Disappoint me, internet.
And I finally got a PS4. I was like, oh, sweet. First thing I get is the Reignited edition because that was something I've always dreamed of playing.
Is it bad?
Oh, it's good, but I've never realized how hard this fucking game is when I was a kid.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I heard it's very, very difficult. Same.
Well, I
as...
think they made it more difficult in the remakes because we're all older and we can smarter.
So recently, I did revisit them through totally not emulation,
Mm-hmm.
but I played a lot of them, and I just realized how tough they were. And it's like, how would I figure this stuff
Old
out?
games are difficult. And what's crazy about it is like,
like pretty hard sometimes. Remember when Crash Bandicoot was like the Dark Souls of platformers?
well, when I was younger and I could play a game and didn't have anything else in my life going on, and I could just do that over and over and never get like bored and just keep doing it forever, I was really good at games. There are games that I do not have the patience for today that when I was a kid I just figured it out and beat it really easily. You know?
Oh, you know what?
That was on purpose.
That's how I beat the entire Metal Gear Solid franchise in like a month.
So I was going to bring it up earlier. So last month, and I will say this, I did go to FurryCon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
How was it? Which con?
You know what? So I'm gonna be
Which
honest.
con was
I
it?
took my cousin. It's called Anthro Weekend at Utah.
Okay.
So my cousin wanted to go, so he
Mhm.
needed a chauffeur. I was the chauffeur, and I went wearing my Night in the Woods shirt, and he went in looking like I shouldn't say. He looked like he was gonna freaking shoot up.
Okay.
Oh Jesus.
He was the furry. I went just totally dressed up in stuff I like, which is Night in the Woods, but I don't really affiliate with such a
Sure.
But I was expecting such low standards there, but it was actually pretty nice.
Furries are
Yeah, a
not
lot of them are
nearly
nice
like the stereotypes that exist against furries are not nearly as common as anime and gaming communities. The
They're
whole
not
like
stereotypes, they're truths.
the stereotypes of like everyone's autistic, everybody has BO and is like really fat and gross and like a pervert. Those are more prevalent in the gaming and anime communities. Also, the whole gender stereotype where like everyone's a dude. Sure, it's mostly dudes, but like if you go to an anime or gaming convention, everything that you've heard about furries is much worse there than it is in actual furry conventions.
In high school, every single furry in my friend group was a girl.
There are types of girl furries.
Wait, why are people? Adam, why are you a furry?
Where are they?
I'm a scaly, not a furry.
So the
Actually, though, like I don't get why people are furry.
Okay, well, you're asking the wrong question. You're asking you're asking me to justify why I enjoy something, right?
Why do people like video games?
Yeah, why do you enjoy anything you enjoy? Why do you not enjoy what I enjoy?
No, that's not. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come across like that. What I
Why does Adam like movies? So.
No, I phrased it wrong. What I meant to say is like what do you like do as a furry?
You hang out with other furries. You enjoy the artwork and culture and community, role play, whatever whatever you want to do. But like the conventions are literally just like, oh hey, a bunch of other people that feel like me and are going to accept me without acting like I'm a fucking crazy person. Hello. Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Oh yeah. So the only thing I really did there though was play Smash, but I got to hit. I'm gonna pull up a picture. I got to pet a fox.
Nice.
And not a fursuiter. So,
I'm more of a scaly type of motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a definitive like popular animal that people will?
The furry community is overrun with canines. The furry community, everyone's like a fox or a dog or a wolf. So that's like 90% of furries.
But
what's like the 1%? What's the 1%?
Horses.
Well, isn't that a brony? Like people.
No, those are different.
Bronies are My Little Pony fan.
No, that's cloppers.
Are there any bird furries?
There's tons,
That's my question.
Yeah, tons.
Oh,
There's a bunch of birds.
I love them.
Yeah, so I watched live streams of Frederick Knudsen, or the guy who does Down the Rabbit Hole.
Yeah.
And
I love that guy
all the time, and she has a bird persona.
I met Frederick at a furry convention.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is he a nice guy? Is he a nice guy?
He's a very nice guy.
He is down to earth. It was funny because there's this guy on.
Adam, are you a furry?
Yeah. Why are you even? You don't know anything about anything. You don't even know me.
I don't know anything about you.
Guys, I have a feeling that Adam's a furry. I don't know if it's just me.
I don't.
Am I alone?
Adam, are you a single furry? Are you a single furry?
I guess technically.
No, I'm sure he's fucking a bird.
Yeah.
I would fuck a bird. Like.
I do fuck birds. It's fun.
I just like anything with tits and asses.
It's so true. I see like an ostrich and I'm like, God damn, look at that ass.
I just see a budgerigar and I'm just like, damn, that's cute.
I know. I'm looking at my cat right now and I'm getting wet.
Yeah, real Shane Dawson over here.
Please, no. No, please.
And that is
How do I swap? Fuck.
So, it's illegal.
Adam.
Look at that. Look at how thick he is.
No,
Aw,
Okay.
that's-
no, I do not date
Uh,
Scoot. Someone in the chat thinks I date Scoot. No, I don't.
Who's Scoot again?
Scoot's straight, also.
Is Scoot just a friend?
Probably not.
Just a friend. He's just a friend.
Yeah, is Scoot a furry? Is he a
Scoot's
cat?
a furry. Yeah, he's a tiger.
Well,
Oh, really?
You know what? I gotta show you guys something. So there were these.
The tiger.
No, I do not. I do not date Gael either. Josh.
So I got this electronic
you
badge
are a
there.
single furry. You're a single furry.
Oh, that's cool.
Is your Adam? Is your celebrity crush that isn't like an animal or an animated character? Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons is like a little too old, and like,
Well, yeah.
I forget what he
No, he's
said.
not. No, he's too old.
There was this thing that kind of like was like, where he said something weird about gay people, like a few years back. But...
Age is just a number.
Ooh.
Wait, what? Wait, did he do a James?
I'm not trying to like cancel culture this guy. I think he apologized anyway, but I don't know. He had some old man opinions for sure.
You know who I think Adam's celebrity crush is?
John Wayne.
Chew the Ranting Griffin.
No.
Dwayne The Rock Hard Johnson.
I thought it was Ralph the Movie Maker.
Adam, do you still watch Chew the Ranting Griffin?
I never religiously watched him ever. There'll be, I don't know, if I'm reminded of him, then I might check out some things about him. But I never like religiously watched him.
Oh, I thought you were subscribed to him.
I never said I'm not. Just because I'm subscribed to somebody doesn't mean I watched all their shit. I'm a busy man.
Well, I know, but I mean, usually watch their new videos.
Are you subscribed to Chris Stuckman?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. He's been on
Get
Sardonic.
Stuckmanized, boys.
Hey, Adam.
Yes.
Are you still in touch with Tony Zhou?
I mean, technically, I think I still have his number. But I mean, like, the only time I ever met him, I like went to lunch with him and we hung out a bit, and that was it. So.
Okay.
Has anyone ever heard of Eddie the Eagle?
Yes.
Yeah.
The movie? The movie?
No, it's the NRA mascot.
Oh, that too.
I gotta share this.
That you.
I'm disappointed by that. There's no Eddie the Eagle porn whatsoever.
Are you sure?
I'm just disappointed.
Are you absolutely fucking sure? Because I bet there is.
I looked on.
There is porn for every single thing.
Isn't there like Rule 34? Rule 34.
Yeah, Rule 34. It's the golden rule.
No, who the fuck thinks, hey, Eddie the Eagle needs to have a sex comic? Let's draw one. That's just fucking disturbing.
Hey, look,
At least one
trust
person.
me, it's out there.
At least
It's
one
out
person does.
I looked
It's
it up. I looked
Rule
on
34.
DeviantArt. I looked up for Affinity, E621, all the websites, and there's no like crossover.
Maybe you didn't search it right.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, maybe you forgot to add
use the right keywords.
I am willing to bet. I don't know. I'm not gonna bet money, but I'm willing to bet
I'm not gonna bet.
figuratively.
Oh damn! I thought we were gonna go gambling.
A month of
Damn,
free
that's a shame.
Patreon. No, just kidding.
There is a movie called Eddie the Eagle, which is not what I'm looking for.
Okay, I found it like within 2 seconds. I found literally
What?
all I did was Google Eddie Eagle Rule 34, and there's 3 images on the Rule 34 website. So you didn't look hard enough. You didn't look hard enough.
It's not that
Is
hard.
that a pun? Is that a pun? You didn't look hard enough?
No.
Oh my god, you're right.
Oh.
I need to show you guys something. But when I first stepped through the doors of the Comic Con, or not the Comic Con, the Furry Con, I said this to my friend. This is it.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, Adam.
You can't see the text above, but it says help.
That's fine.
Oh no!
I made sure to capture this girl who was getting her fursuit on in the background.
Ruining the magic.
Well, okay, so
Yeah, how could you do that?
The first thing I said when I stepped in through the doors was, "Oh dear Lord."
I wish I didn't look up Eddie the Eagle. Oh God, no.
I never asked you to. Nobody asked you to do this.
Do a thing now.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Take your outfit off. Kind of feel like seeing someone in Disneyland take their costume off. You're like, oh.
Well,
that's not really the character.
It's just some guy who looks like he's just done meth.
That's not Chip and Dale. Those are just two Hispanic men. What are they doing here? Mom!
Some of the worst jokes I've ever heard in my life.
It was funny because I was talking to my friends about Kingdom Hearts 3, not going to spoil it, but apparently they really liked it.
Who's that? Jordan, about that that girl who was putting on her first or whatever. Was it the one that had? Did it have like breast molded onto it or not?
I don't think so, but she had it. Like, let me zoom in on her. I think she's.
Let me zoom in on.
Oh wow, that looks like that.
Looks like a girl from my school. That's weird.
Hey.
How did you find a picture of me?
That looks like that.
I don't know. How did I find a picture of you?
That looks like that.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna pee. Hold on.
Maybe I just
have fun, Adam.
Don't go away, Adam. I need
Send
you.
dick pics, Adam.
Please.
Oh boy.
That looks like that that furry evil guy, like that.
Oh,
like Sonic Fox or something.
Sonic Fox.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
World champion Fortnite player.
Yeah, that guy. Like that.
Oh, hey. So we had a really huge storm in my area. Look what happened. 1 second. I need to find the picture first.
First the fairy convention, now the storm. When will it end?
Never.
So okay, but it was funny because I was working on something for my summer car, like an image, and I was sitting there and I looked outside and I have a willow in the backyard and it's like billowing, and I was like, I wonder if the power is gonna go out, and then 10 minutes later for sure it goes out, and I didn't save. It was like, I don't know.
Oh my God, Papa Adam is back.
That was the quickest piss I've ever seen in my entire life.
Maybe it's because you're
fierce.
Look, all you have to do is just do your business, wash your hands, and go out. That's it. It shouldn't take long.
Use your pee to wash your hands. That's how you do it.
But Adam's got super pee.
My bathroom's right there, so.
Okay,
rather
so
not talk about this.
The movie Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Hey Adam.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot to mention. I just think that it would be pretty epic if you got Tony and hypothetically if you got Tony and maybe Taylor on Sardonicast.
That'd be cool. I wonder if they'd be willing to do that.
Yeah.
Who?
Every frame a painting guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Oh, that'd be interesting to have him on.
Yeah. I think he yeah, okay. Yeah, that would be cool.
What if Jim will painted your guys' portraits?
Nerdwriter 1's pretty cool too.
Do you guys have any guests coming on?
Yeah. We have a lot of potentials. We're not like I know we started out the podcast doing like guest after guest, but we're not really like focusing as much on guests at this point. Like we'll still do them for sure. Jared Gilman wants to be on, and that would be cool.
Wait, who?
The guy who the main character in Moonrise Kingdom watches a bunch of YouTube stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I forgot to show my keychain.
Would you invite Digibros on Sardonicast?
Digibro?
Yeah, Digibro.
Yeah. I don't see why not.
Is Carson a high possibility? What if we got John C. Reilly on there?
I don't know. It would be. I would like to get Matt Johnson on. I think that would be awesome.
I would love to see Johnson
and we're
Reilly.
we're in good contact, so that's totally possible.
How many subscribers do you need to request to be on it?
But that's not a thing. No one's going on Sardonicast by asking. Okay.
How many subscribers do you need?
Yo, bro, how many subscribers do you have, bro? Yo. It's like
It's not a subscriber
money do
thing.
we need to pay you?
Because there's tons of people that
How
have
much money do we
a
need to
bunch
pay
of
you?
subscribers that I would not want on the podcast. I'm not gonna have like a substantive conversation about film with Jake Paul. Okay, like that's not gonna happen.
How do you know he's not
Right?
a cinephile?
There has
Every single member of T
I
Series.
want to hear you talk about the nuances of Turkish Star Wars with PewDiePie.
PewDiePie is a possibility for sure. I could probably get
Yeah,
PewDiePie on.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
I like
That'd be great.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, he does watch film, so he'd be able to.
Yeah, I don't think that he'd be
Yeah.
like a useless guest at all. He's not like a complete idiot or anything, you know.
How am I a useless guest and an idiot?
Have you guys thought of getting Carsten Runquist on the podcast, or?
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm probably gonna meet him at TIFF this year, actually.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, awesome.
You know,
Wait, are you going to Sundance in 2020?
It would be cool. I could probably plan for it.
Sundance is so expensive.
Oh yes, thank you.
Why?
Because I'm thinking of submitting my short film to Sundance, so that'd be pretty.
Oh wow.
No.
Since it's a short film, it's only like $60, so it's like fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Withoutabox.com, I think. You can submit to
Hey, you
multiple
guys-
festivals.
You guys get to
Oh
send
yeah, I am.
it as I am. Special.
I really hope like classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fans see it. Like it sounds really random, but when you see it, why?
Is
it
somebody
meant
playing
for, like,
Super
that
Mario
audience?
Maker?
I don't know.
I am.
But I'm really proud of the
Someone
cast
just
I managed to get.
Quick question,
Mario
Adam.
Maker is my addiction. Sorry.
That's fine.
I could not get into it.
Adam,
What's
about
up?
Cigar casting. You ever thought about having internet historian on Cigar Cast? Since I know you did like a little fun project
Yeah.
with him. A while back.
If I was gonna do that, like, I would probably have to ask what his like film tastes are, because like there's people that I like think would be interesting guests and we get along with, but like if I can't expect them to have any kind of like substantive conversation about movies, then it's probably not gonna work very well. Because like at the end of the day, it is a movie podcast, right?
What about TV shows?
Of course, yeah.
Like, what about TV shows? I know you did. You talked with Alex and Rolf about Xavier, Renegade Angel, and
Yeah.
that necessarily isn't a movie. That's
I mean,
as well as Game
substantive
of Thrones.
conversations about visual media. Then, like, it doesn't have to be a movie, but I would have to know that like they would watch the recommendation and have somewhat interesting things to say about it.
I would.
People are suggesting shoe on head.
So would there be any possibility at all for anyone or multiple of anyone from Red Letter Media to be on the podcast?
The only
Bring all of them on.
you know, I'm positive that I could get Colin from Canada on the podcast.
Ooh,
I might
that'd
be
be
able to get
Rich Evans.
Rich.
No, I'm forgetting his
Evans
name. People call him Jack.
Mike Skokasa.
Jack.
Jay
Jack.
Bauman.
Yeah.
Jay Bauman.
Like,
Because
yeah.
most of them seem like very like private mostly. Like they don't really want to like.
Well, they're not really a
collaborate
part
with
of like the
Evans.
YouTube community. YouTube is just kind of like the platform that they host on, but they don't really do anything with like YouTubers really.
Yeah, they have their own independent part.
Well, they did. I know Rich Evans did an interview with Wine Sauce.
If you, Ralph, and Alex all bullied Rich Evans for an hour and a half, that would be fucking great.
Is that literally Mario going on?
Yeah,
he was playing
yeah, we
Mario.
addressed this. Whoop.
Hey, Adam.
Yes.
Adam. Yeah,
Can you turn
did
your
you
volume
ever
down a
do
little,
review-
Mario person?
Yeah,
sorry.
come on.
Sorry. Go on.
Yeah. I noticed that you have like never done a review of La La Land. And
This is true.
I just wanted
think
to
you did
know
a quick eight.
what was
It's one of my favorite films.
what was your opinion of the entire film or whatever?
I only saw it once. in 2016, I guess, is when it came out. Whenever I do my 2016 list, that'll very, very likely be on it, and I'll go into more detail there, and I'll have watched it more recently to be able to. But from what I remember, I mean, like, it was really well shot, really well choreographed. You know, I liked the music a lot. I can still like replay songs in my head from the film. So I mean, like, the music was really good.
Yeah, you still have not Greasy Strangler.
You have it as a 9.
I think it was more of an Oscar movie than Moonlight, but I mean, both movies were great, so I don't have any issue with Moonlight winning. And also, it was really funny when the mistake was made, so that's good.
That was awesome.
La La Land.
La La Land.
Wait, stop.
Well, it's just that La La Land was one of my favorite movies that I watched, and I never watched.
It's a good movie. I don't think it's Oscar
any
worthy,
movies
in my
whatsoever
opinion.
because I can't afford it.
It's my favorite musical.
It's a really good
I
musical.
think the ending's quite fantastic, in my opinion.
The ending
Yeah, yeah, I liked the ending because it wasn't a stereotypical romantic ending.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, did you guys,
No spoilers, but
Yeah.
yeah, I agree.
did you guys ever like not heed your parents' warning and sneaked in and watched a horror film and it like scarred you for the rest of life?
I've never seen a horror film in my life.
That's how Earthbound was made.
So what happened was like it was back when Pan's Labyrinth was released and they didn't want me watching it.
Oh.
And I like and just as the part with the guy getting his face smashed in, and I was like,
Yeah, that's I love Pan's Labyrinth. Pan's Labyrinth is awesome.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Yeah.
Back when I was like 10 years old or something, I watched an
2014?
animated short based on The Telltale Heart, and that fucking scarred me.
I saw the ending of Akira when I was like 7 years old.
Akira is one of my absolute favorites.
How do you feel
Shit.
about, like,
Pan's Labyrinth is in 4K now.
Yay, crazy.
As
I'm
of
waiting for the 4K.
it's a pre-order.
I'm waiting for
It'll come out in October. You know what I really want? I want fucking Criterion to release 4K. Cuz like I want like the definitive physical media that I could own. And Criterion's awesome and I love all their special features, but they don't release any 4K content.
What's the big deal with Criterion?
What do you mean?
A lot of the movies that they release are like almost impossible to find.
Yeah, so
like never
A
get
lot of the
released.
special features that they release are really great.
Yeah, like they're very thorough. There's a lot of like sometimes there'll be like an essay forward in the booklet that you get. There's no like unskippable bullshit at the beginning of your disc. They don't say like don't steal this movie, you can't skip this part, and no trailers. Literally just goes straight to the menu. All the special features are great. It's usually like a really great transfer too. They're very thorough about being like director approved. So if you'll never get a release where the director's like, yeah, this is not the way I want it to be released. So it's just a very good company in that sense.
I heard about Criterion because they made they did a DVD release of Do the Right Thing, which I heard is really
That's
good.
coming out on Blu-ray now. That's scheduled for Blu-ray, I think. Is it? Yeah, I think so. I think they're releasing the Blu-ray one.
Hey Adam.
Yes.
I remember that.
Don't you have the Criterion edition of Pan's Labyrinth?
Yes, I do. Which is why that's
yeah.
I mean, anyway, what were you saying, Guardska?
What is
one thing I like Criterion, but one thing I don't like about them is that they cost twice as much as regular Blu-rays almost, and when they have a sale, they cost just as much as a regular Blu-ray.
Well, you know what? If you're going to be a physical media movie company in 2019, I think you kind of have to do that if you're not going to go out of business. So
I love the
player.
I guess.
Adam, what do you think of the Criterion channel?
I have seen no reasons to get it.
Oh, so what is Criterion anyway?
It's a physical media company.
Just
so
a
they
publishing company.
So you're in the are you in the States?
I am in the States.
Okay, well then you should know what I mean, you just go to criterion.com. They have a full catalog of all their movies. They focus a lot on like art house films and stuff, and they usually have like really cool box sets, and it's for people that like physical media, like collector people.
Yeah.
I want to see the Criterion release of Bamboozle.
What did I just stumble upon?
What
I put in Criterion.com and it's Frederick Seraphim, whatever. It looks like some of the like earliest 2000s I've seen in a while.
What are you seeing?
Just Criterion.com.
Well, what's the big deal?
No, it just I've seen so many cheesy websites in my life, and it just.
Are you on the right website? This isn't the.
Nickelodeon website.
This is a fine website.
Yeah,
How'd you spell Criterion? What are you looking at?
CRYTE.
CRI.
No,
CRI, not Y.
I said I.
You said
Do I
Y.
have to put movies at the end?
It sounded like why, yeah.
Hey,
Well, when I say
Adam.
RI, it sounds like a Y sometimes.
Anyway.
Adam, I just
What's up?
Retarded acting, so.
Were you trying to
Mr.
wait, Mr.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr.
Alexander, what were you trying to say?
I'd say two things. One, I hope there's a Criterion release for Bamboozled, and two, since Unfriended 2 has been out for a while, are you
Am I planning on reviewing it?
breakdown analysis?
You know what?
Yeah,
I would like
did
to,
say
yeah. I right now my focus is the 2007 list, and then after that point, I would like to just start working on another project. That could be it. It'll depend on, because if like, I don't know, if The Lion King gets a Blu-ray release for Christmas, we'll have to see which one takes the priority there. If they're both, because like there's so many projects I want to do, but they all take so long, and it's just like then more movies come out, and then I just have to start like picking and choosing between them, So it's unfortunate, but that's just how it works.
I think Bamboozled is like Spike Lee's most underrated film.
Do you like the YouTube channel Dead Meat?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, really?
Counts for horror movies.
Yeah, it's awesome. He mentioned. He mentioned he mentioned you in a video and how like I guess it's not really a big deal, but I just thought it was funny how he said like I don't care what that other YouTube video said, obviously referring to you. I love Unfriended.
Well,
and he like unironically praised both films.
I mean, there's a lot. If you're a horror exclusive channel, then you're going to give a lot of credit to a lot of really bad horror movies that I hate. Like whenever you see a horror movie coming out and you see all these like quotes in the trailer of like how it's the best thing ever made, and then you look at the source of the quote and it's all like bloody disgusting, Fangoria. It's like these are like there are people that love every horror movie ever made, and they have entire websites and entire channels about it. And so I don't like. I mean, they're entitled to their opinion, and it's perfectly valid. But I will not trust their opinion on whether or not a horror movie is good.
I never even realized that. You're fucking right.
Yeah. It's like any horror movie trailer that's like, this is the craziest thing ever, and you look at the sources and it's just yeah, it's just people who have only good things to say about every horror movie ever.
Honestly, common sense media is better.
For the ocean.
I can't speak. It's gonna.
Has anyone ever heard of this ghost? Has anyone ever tried ghost pepper hot sauce?
Yes.
I've tried it once.
No, I haven't.
It's from I think it's like David.
Don't do it.
No, I've had it before. It's fucking amazing.
All right.
Ghost pepper's got a good kick.
I'm very white, so my tongue sucks at hot stuff.
I almost landed myself in the hospital.
Let's see what else I got. I got a whole bunch of hot sauces here. I got Trader Joe's habanero sauce, extra hot from Mexico, ghost pepper, ultimate insanity sauce, sriracha.
I like sriracha.
I got a whole bunch of fucking sauces. I got a whole bunch
Drink
of
them all.
Mr. John Easton, what are your thoughts on the Polar Express?
I don't care about it, and I don't want to watch it.
It would have been better if it was actually animated.
Polar
Express would have been better if it was a live action.
I
think it's better if it wasn't released.
It's weird when there's realistic looking people with motion capture, but then there's that uncanny them.
The Polar Express sucks when you don't watch it.
I love it. The Polar Express is great. Kill yourself.
When you watch it, when you watch it
I think it's a bit too cynical for my taste.
It's a good thing we're streaming on YouTube and not Twitch, because you wouldn't be able to say kill yourself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you have to say kill yourself.
Say KYS.
You say kill
Adam, I'm
yourself,
sorry,
and then you
it's
say
monetized.
as long as you say in a video game after, it's fine. Kill yourself in a video game.
All right, kill yourself for not liking Polar Express in
I got
a
a
video
question
game.
for you, man. I got one for you for the. Have you ever watched Mars Needs Mom?
No.
I've seen parts of it, and I hate. Oh, Adam. Oh, sorry.
No.
That you're talking to me.
But I have a very simple answer. No.
I watched this
video game.
and makes a good point on it. Oh yes, I almost hospitalized myself. If you guys can see what that is,
I will never not love Polar Express. It is so good.
Never.
I mean, yeah, of course, it's perspective, man. Like, it's okay to like it, but
I think I can understand why people don't like it solely because Tom Hanks plays pretty much everybody in the movie, which is weird. But
it's not
at
that.
the same time, I like Tom Hanks enough.
He's the
where I
best
don't
actor
really
ever.
like it.
okay. What if Tom Hanks played as everyone? Didn't even try changing.
He plays the hobo. He plays Santa. He plays a couple of the elves. He plays the conductor.
He does.
He plays the kid.
He plays that annoying kid.
Yeah, he plays the kid. He plays a lot of the characters.
Wait, what kid does he play as?
He doesn't.
Like 6 characters, 6 or 7 characters.
Well, no, he doesn't play. He doesn't voice the main kid. He does like
No,
the.
but I think they did motion. I think he did the motion capture.
Yeah, he did, but he doesn't do like the voice of him. He did the narration for the older version of the kid.
What if it had food fight motion capture?
Yeah, and also the voice of Roger Rabbit was the lead elf, Charles Fleischer. That's just a fun fact.
Yeah.
Did you guys see what I showed you? What this is? Do you guys
What's
know?
that?
It's a hornet's nest. I opened up my grill to reheat a burger.
No.
And there's just it's in there, a whole bunch.
Well,
of them.
the problem
all
solves
turn-
itself. It's in a grill. Just turn the grill on.
You like jazz?
Oh no! But here's the problem. There was no propane in the. So I had to.
I sell propane and propane accessories.
So I had
Also
like
propane
I had 2 cans of
and
propane.
accessories.
One that was actually filled with propane.
That was my high heel voice.
So I filled up. I hooked up the propane. Let the thing fill up with a shit ton of propane. Like I don't know. And then anyway, I never seen fire shoot out of the sides of a grill.
Jesus.
But anyway.
That freaked me out.
What are you saying, Guard Ska? Oh no.
Are you aware that the scary basement guy in Zodiac? The scary basement guy in Zodiac also played the Doctor in the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
Sorry, the scary basement guy in what movie?
In Zodiac.
Zodiac. Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Who knows that? I love Zodiac.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I love Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what Squirm is? It was featured on Mystery Science Theater.
Do you guys know what Back to the Future is?
Yes.
What's that?
No, I don't know.
The game series that they made for the Xbox 360.
Right.
Yeah. Wait, Adam.
Back to the Future. Is that thing?
You mean that cartoon series?
No, they made
they need
Telltale.
I want Doc and Marty on the screen again one more time. Not in a part 4, but like in something else. But
Rick and Marty.
You know what? That actually.
I don't know. No, because then that'd be too similar.
When
Jimmy Kimmel.
I was about to mention.
Well, yeah, that was cool, but I mean like in a film.
When I was
Doc
on
Brown was in A Million Ways.
Okay, so
when I was
I just
on
remembered what I was. Oh, go ahead.
Doc Brown was in A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Yeah, but I mean like, how do I say this? Like
with Michael J. Fox.
It makes no sense that he looked 30 years older in that.
When I was on
Like, it takes place in Back to the Future 3. Or like during that time apparently, even though Doc Brown got sent back to 1885, and Million Ways to Die in the West takes place in 1882.
And
also the DeLorean.
I don't
it's
think-
the wrong kind of DeLorean. It's the one from the first film instead of the third.
I was just joking.
All right.
I don't think they care.
When I was on Screen Junkies movie fights, they actually they get you to basically like submit your answers in email before you like even partake on the show, sort of thing. And so basically they just wanted to make sure that two people are taking different positions on something and that you didn't both have the same answer. And so I for the Back to the Future question on that, which was like, what would be your like a great way to reboot or reinterpret it or something to that extent? And my answer that I gave them over email, I was like, okay, it's Back to the Future and a Rick and Morty crossover, and they have to try and go back and stop 9/11 from happening. And then they responded back saying that I needed to take out the 9/11 part. So I did. Yeah.
And like, if you get a time travel machine, you have a
That's
real
hilarious.
ethical dilemma because
You have to
are you
stop
going
9/11.
9/11 and save them?
That was a Family Guy
Yeah, but, like,
episode.
Riley,
Yeah, but, like,
rewind. Why didn't you stop 9/11?
Well, if 9/11,
like you're changing the course of time. and-
Seth MacFarlane almost died on 9/11.
That would be pretty interesting.
They said in Family Guy that like basically a civil war would happen because George Bush would still be because George Bush would lose the presidency, and the South would freak out and they would declare a civil war again on the North, and then the whole world would just fall apart.
No.
I don't believe it, honestly. I know
I
it's
think-
just family.
I think most
It's a little overblown.
most Southern Americans that are like threatening to overtake the country if they don't get what they want politically, I think most of them are LARPing. So
I'm a redneck.
Yeah. Adam, what would you rate
Don't
each
agree
of
with
the
the
Back
South
to
Miller.
what
What would you rate each of the Back to the Future films?
I haven't seen them and I don't want to.
You haven't seen them?
Yeah, because I'm not over the age of 30 and I never wanted to go and revisit them. So
Bitch, I'm 16 and I saw all three
Yeah, well,
films
I-
like 6 years ago.
yeah, there's
How
two,
does that happen?
There's two parts to what I said. I said I'm not over the age of 30 and I've never wanted to revisit them. So I've never wanted to go back and see them.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
Have you guys
like
But it's so good.
no, it's not. It
really
doesn't
great.
matter. You like people. It's just. I'll give them a chance someday, maybe. But like, I've seen enough of it in pop culture. I've seen enough clips and scenes to know like what it is, and just that I'm not interested. So, in the same way that
You gotta
like,
at least watch one. It's so good.
yeah, okay. Well, you guys all know that like the original Star Wars movies are like 6 out of 10s for me, and I'm just not interested. You know. Like I don't immediately just fall in love with something just because it's like 80s. Just because it's a popular
that's
movie
fine,
in the
but
80s.
Back to the Future is so like fast paced and just incredible.
It doesn't look like something I'd be interested in.
I wouldn't say it's incredible.
You know, I like Back to the Future, but I don't blame people for not seeing it. If you want to watch it, by all means. So
You know, like the pretty much like the basic like well-known scenes, like when he plays Johnny Be Good on the guitar.
Dude, that originally wasn't gonna be in it because it stops the story, but I'm happy they included it. It's so fucking good.
That's a great scene.
Plus,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
Schindler's list. Otherwise, you know, you're not culturally whatever.
Like every time I watch it, I laugh. It's amazing.
What, Schindler's List?
What? Oh no, not Schindler's List. The Johnny B. Good shit. Yeah, Schindler's List. Watching Jews die is hilarious. But
Oh boy.
But no, like the Johnny Be Good, it's just so funny. Like imagine being 17 and you invent rock and roll in the 50s. That'd be hilarious.
I don't know.
Just
Well-
before you gotta go back to your present time. That's amazing.
That's like inventing heavy metal in the 60s.
But I'd rather invent dubstep or something, not rock and roll. To be fair.
Yeah,
I'd rather
awesome. It's much better than dubstep.
It's like the new Danny Boyle movie.
I'd rather ruin the future by inventing new metal earlier than it should have been.
But you're Okay, so Marty's responsible for one of the best rock stars, best songs.
Can we not
so
talk
good.
about Back to the Future? I'm just so uninterested.
Personally, don't like Johnny Be Good.
Hey, Adam.
It's so good though. You'd love it if you just gave it a chance.
You don't know. You don't know that at
Yes, I
all.
do.
How about Jaws?
Everyone loves.
He's entitled to not watch it. He's entitled to not watch it.
My body, my choice.
I'm going to go on a limb here and say that Adam probably would not like Back to the Future if he watched it. He'd probably give it a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
I'd like appreciate it on a bare bones level and be like, this is good for its time, but it's not going to connect with me. It's not going to offer me anything that I actually want out of like a film experience.
Have a shitty one.
If it came out today and just took place in the 80s, it would still be good for today. There are like a few dated effects, but that's it.
I mean, my favorite movie of all time is Secret of Nim, but that doesn't mean that, it's like good for everyone.
No, I love that movie too. That's fantastic.
Well, I know, but the thing is, Back to the Future is like universally great.
Yeah. Well, Doug Walker has the same opinion, but that doesn't mean that I should affiliate with that guy.
Doug, Doug's approaching. He's like hitting 40 soon.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not. I mean, him and James roll for both hitting that age soon, which is sort of like, which is that age you're supposed to kind of be at this point. I can't really.
I'm gonna hit 40 soon. In like 12 years.
I've already premeditated myself turning 30, so that's fine.
I don't know. Well, it seems like James is like not as washed up as Doug Walker is.
Oh, I know.
I wouldn't call Doug washed up. I think he's sort of just been consistent throughout his entire thing.
Way too.
I don't think he's really changed. I think he's sort of been the exact same. Him and James have never really changed.
Have you guys?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn like 76 in 60 years or so it's not that long.
I remember
hit by a car or something.
Well, you see the new AVGN episode? He got Gilbert Godfrey on it.
I remember watching. What's his name? Cinematic Venom, and he brought up a clip of Sardonicast, and Adam said like he never really talked to Doug when.
That video, right? The one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have to ask, what was that call like?
We talked about it in like a Sardonicast episode. I don't know. Like,
I know. I have a hard time watching podcasts.
Yeah, Doug.
Well, you're not supposed to watch.
His brother did the whole thing, right? Like Robin Charge.
It was bizarre. I don't know. Like we didn't. I don't know if there's anything more that I could say about it that you probably didn't already hear, though.
I mean, just I don't say much. That's pretty much all I heard.
Yeah.
I usually just listen to Sardonicast episodes while I build Lego sets because it's calming.
Was Mike McCott or whatever his name in the call?
I don't know. I don't know who that is. I have no idea.
He's the douchebag behind the scenes.
He's
the one who caused the channel controversy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I gotta go in a minute, but before I do, I was gonna say, Adam, about if my short film does get accepted into Sundance, would you mind seeing it? It'd be about half an hour.
Maybe. It depends on if it would conflict with other things that I would be watching.
Okay. So if you have like a free half hour, you'd see it?
Maybe, because usually the short films categories are at any other film festival I've been to are presented in like they don't just do like one slot for the short film. They do a bunch of short films in a single slot. So it could be like a 2 or 3 hour thing, and it would show up like in the middle of it. I don't know.
What is your favorite short film?
I don't know. Favorite short film?
Skin is the best one.
I've only seen one like short film in my life, and it was called Nosebleed, and it was weird.
The only short film I've watched is Trash Humpers.
Trash.
That's not a short film. That's a feature length.
My favorite feature length film is probably YMS Old Boy.
Yeah, my favorite short film is Lawrence of Arabia. How about that? Like said.
My favorite short film.
I wasn't joking about the Trash Humpers thing. I wasn't joking about that.
It's a good.
That's not a short film though. That's a feature length movie.
Really? I thought I thought it was like I thought it was. I don't know. I thought it was like weird enough to be
I think a short film has to be 20 minutes or less.
No, feature
Oh, no, it's
length
like
is like
45 minutes or
yeah,
less.
feature length is like 40 something minutes or higher.
Oh no, feature length is 80.
No, 80 minutes for feature.
No.
There are some films out there that are
I'm
70,
looking it up
60
right now.
minutes.
No, there are films under an hour that are feature length.
Look it up, son of a bitch. You're wrong.
Rat-tat-toying is feature length.
Yep, no, you're right.
I love I love
Ratchet-toying. I was watching that video last night, and when Alex brought up like, oh, it's a rip off of Ratatouille and Flushed Away, it's like, why didn't you include it in the Not Disney collection? Like, it's
There's only so much you can do.
Also, it's from Brazil, not Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah. But your review is probably the best part of that video. That's hilarious.
Why, thank you. My favorite short film. I guess I'll say this really quick. My favorite short film is Top 10 Films of 1996.
Really?
Hey,
Conflict
Wait,
of interest.
are you fucking kidding? That was so bad.
It was my
Yeah,
April
when you
Fool's video
uploaded
like
that
2 years ago.
Video with him, I was so confused. I was like, wait, is this guy replacing Adam?
Yes.
Is Ratatouille your favorite Pixar movie?
Yes.
Adam? I love that.
It's great.
I love
Ratatouille movie.
I mean,
wait, which movie is?
Ratatouille.
It's my opinion, but my
mine has either got to be Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, or Toy Story 2. One of the three. I can't decide.
It may not be everyone's like favorite.
My favorite Pixar movie is Shrek.
Yeah,
by
that's
the
a
way.
good one.
Oh, yes.
Okay,
my favorite Pixar movie's got to be one of their first 11.
I got something that's really gonna make everyone hate me for this. But,
Sure.
One of my favorite Pixar films, I think, is Cars.
Cars. I was about to say Cars 2.
Cars is underrated. I think it's good.
Cars is a real nightmare for me because I watch movies and expect logic, and that's not a good thing, of
No,
course.
yeah, that's not.
Well, I
But
don't know.
Cars is really bad for story, but for animation history, it actually really set a standard for
I think
animation.
Cars is a good all-around
But like,
movie.
okay,
I think.
how do the cars reproduce? How did they get started?
They don't. They're always.
I don't think the writers wrote with the intention of
They
that.
did that for Cars 3. I want them to be like a human shows up out of nowhere and he's like, "What's up, everybody?" And then everyone's like, "What the fuck is this thing?"
Hey,
It's a children's movie, as if they'd address like how they reproduce. That's stupid.
Well, there's the whole Pixar theory.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up. Within the Pixar theory, they're AI.
Hey, if Jesus was in like the Cars universe, how was he crucified?
Because Jesus was a car, and they they got a couple monster trucks and like tow trucks to bring him up.
I'm gonna go to hell for this.
Jesus was a plane.
Yeah.
I think Cars. I think
Yeah.
Cars is a all-around. It's a good all-around movie. I think that's my opinion.
All around
That's
movie.
fine.
But yeah,
It is technically a movie.
I think The Hated God is a bit overreactive. I think it's a good overall. It's a good all-around movie. I mean,
yeah.
It's okay.
Listen, Pixar has shitty movies, but none of them are not entertaining. All of them have some fun part of that to them.
Cars 2 was not entertaining.
My top.
Well, the Pixar theory states that the cars are just normal cars, but they have AI in them.
Oh, fuck off! Fuck off!
Now it's because of Wall-E, because of By and Large, because they made everything more automated.
This is why I hate that. This is why I hate any of those type of theories. It's just like no.
Film theorists are irritating.
Well, yeah, I mean,
No, here's
if you have like a normal car, if you have like a normal car and it's just AI, then why do they have eyes and mouths?
And why do they have a tongue?
Because the AI. Well, because the AI has
Shut up.
Like I didn't fucking.
They
make
have
the movie.
saliva.
They do? I forgot.
Yeah,
well, I didn't make this theory. I'll write you down.
Hey Adam.
It's fine. I'm not. I think I don't know. A lot of people think it's amazing. I think it's solid, but that's about it.
I think it did well with the adult themes and the fact it's a superhero movie mixed as well.
I think what they should do with like all the older Pixar films, like up until I say whichever one came before Cars, which I think is The Incredibles actually, is like update, like reanimate it. Oh yeah, sure. It's like reanimate the bad looking scenes and make them look great.
I honestly,
Isn't that what
movie holds up
Alex suggested in his review of one of the?
Oh, you know what I think it was? That might be where I got the idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure that he mentioned that in one of his reviews of one of the fucking live action Disney films. I think it was Aladdin. I'm not too sure though.
Instead of Toy Story 4, they should have reanimated 1 and 2 and made it look great.
Yeah, that would have been a great idea.
I think
I don't know.
Left as
Because to be honest,
think
whenever
they
I see like Toy Story 1 come
No,
up,
it's
I
pretty
just get
good.
freaked out about how
Toy Story
bad
1's
the animation
ugly.
is.
It's so bad. Andy's face is disgusting.
It's only the human beings and the dog that look bad. The toys look fine.
Yeah,
I think the dog
But
is
like,
fine.
it's a document of like animation at that time. You just can't change
Exactly,
it. Like,
yeah.
It's just I don't know.
Yeah, well, they did a whole video. I think like Insider did a video about like how every movie that Pixar made, they had to learn something new to improve it.
Mm-hmm.
So like in Toy Story 2, they learned how to animate humans because like in Toy Story 2, that's when they had like Big Al, like Al's Toy
I
Barn,
love that.
fully animated, and he was great. So through that, because of the failures of the first Toy Story, they were able to do it with that. And like how Cars taught them how to do lighting with shiny metal and stuff, and how Monsters Inc. taught them how to make fur.
Yeah, that sounds good. But
No, imagine having to learn all that for Toy Story 2 in 9 fucking months. Because that's how long it took them to make it. They were on an extreme time crunch by the cunts over at Disney. Hope that doesn't ruin my future career. But it's like they just gave them, like they said, okay, your movie's fine enough, fucking whatever, we'll shove it in theaters and you'll get a paycheck. And Pixar, being the Lord and Saviors that they are, they decided, fuck you guys, we're making a new movie. And so they completely scrapped the one that like they had to save from getting deleted.
Yeah.
And they like brought in all of the, they had to rewrite the script, bring in all the voice actors, have them deliver the lines, animate it all in 9 months, and having to learn new things in animation. That's incredible. That's why I think Toy Story 2 is their greatest achievement.
I think it's the most. I think it's overrated, honestly. Like it's
I
kind of
don't.
an average movie from a story.
I mean, I think it's the best Toy Story 2.
I think
throw my hat out there.
It being a sequel makes it better because it builds upon the original in lots of new ways and introduces new things.
It does what a sequel's supposed to do.
It is one of the better sequels.
I hear all these like behind the scenes regarding like Pixar, like just like almost like a detailed description of behind the scenes. Yet I don't hear the same for like DreamWorks or anything.
Well, Pixar was like they were the pioneers of the industry. Like they like invented all this shit basically. So it's a much more interesting
and now
story.
They lost the rights to Shrek, and it's really sad.
Wait, what?
Illumination has them.
The one thing that I noticed in The Incredibles, though, that they did real well was Helen's shirts.
Writing.
Like,
the fabric.
Oh, the shirts.
Yeah, since she's Elastigirl, all her shirts were like animated, like with fabrics and shit, and it looked really good.
What blows my mind?
It took over like a month when Bob.
Yeah, what blows my mind still
Hold
is,
up,
like,
Jack. Hold the fuck up. Chris was talking.
He was.
When I was younger, I saw like the DVD actually for the first Incredibles, and it took like over a month for them to work how Bob's hand was going through like the fabric of the costume, and that was pretty hard. Like the fabric, like the interaction with fabric.
Yeah, there were a lot of like specific challenges to be overcome in computer animation when Pixar was like pioneering all of it. Like they had to like basically create new software to be able to make the films that they wanted to make.
Yeah,
Monsters Inc. They had to make a whole new software for the fur because they had to animate each individual strand, and they had to hire physicists to study how hair would move when the character would move in like certain winds. So they had to like create a whole new engine for it just to animate.
And then imagine doing that for Violet's hair in The Incredibles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the cat in Toy Story 4.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
The
one good thing about Toy Story 4 is the animation. Everything else fucking blows. Oh, and also the cameo by Tin Toy was cool, but that's it.
That's
enjoyable, but I wouldn't say
I was so happy that Tin Toy got a little cameo.
Yeah.
I know. She opened the door and he's so photorealistic, and I literally went, "Oh shit!" And I had to like cover my mouth because there's like this mother and her 2 kids like in front of me, a couple seats over.
Yeah,
and I like that. And I thought, "Oh yes."
Short films. They almost never reference them anymore. They don't.
I know.
It pisses me off. That's like some of their best work.
Yeah.
I want the snowman from Knick Knack to be in one because that's the short I grew up watching.
I want
did you watch the censored version or the uncensored one?
Oh, guys, the Knick Knack short film. What I realized about that one recently is that it makes the plot of that movie makes a whole lot more sense if you think about John Lasseter.
Oh fuck!
I don't remember the plot of that. I know I've seen it.
It was gonna happen. Someone's gonna bring it up eventually. We might as well get it off our chest. John Lasseter.
I know it's just part of the Weinstein effect. What's there more to say?
Well, I don't think
everyone's a rapist.
John Lasseter. Well, in case of like, does anyone know Ren and Stimpy?
Everyone except me.
Anyone remember Ren and Stimpy? Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
The creator John Kay. He's kind of turns out the guy's like a creepy pedophile or whatever.
Well, after the adult,
I heard about that.
weird-ass adult Ren and Stimpy cartoons that he made when they were pretty much sex perverts the entire show.
The show was disgusting.
And he actually had someone who was like 15 perform oral sex on him.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, pretty kinky. I mean, terrible.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I think like either shows, honestly.
That's some real Ren and Stimpy stuff right there.
You know what? Speaking of like cartoons, what do you guys think of the whole like Camp Coral thing? I tried to bring it up.
I don't know what that is.
About this?
Oh yeah.
The new SpongeBob.
They're doing a spin-off, right?
They're spitting in the face of. I hate.
They had to wait till Steven Hillenburg died to do it.
I don't
That
care.
is so shitty.
It's just gonna be like
I saw.
Because, sorry, but
go ahead.
I just think it's gonna. I think the Camp Coral thing is gonna be like a one-off thing, and everyone will move on from it. I mean, because I don't know, like SpongeBob is still going on. Like eventually, it's just gonna fold back into SpongeBob, and be like the lost episodes or whatever. I think people would just move on from Camp Coral, just be like a one and done thing, just unintentionally one and
it's
done.
like total drama. It's like just making a kids show out of just something weird.
Yeah, I'm less upset at like remakes when it's clearly like for babies, when it's like if it's like, okay, you're just making a dumb TV like The Lion Guard doesn't nearly piss me off as much as like The Lion King 2019. The Lion Guard is just like, okay, whatever, this is funny.
Yeah. Guys, I have bad news.
But I think the thing is, and I don't want to get into a religious discussion.
Sure.
But I'm a man of faith, and I believe in the end. And if Steven Hillenburg saw this shit, he would be pretty pissed. But
yeah.
I saw the Mysterious Mint to Enter video where he talked about it.
And in fact,
he made some good points.
He didn't want a spin-off. It'd be nothing.
I don't really. I kind of lost interest in Mr. Enter for a while. I don't know.
He brings up some good points every once in a while.
I have some pretty bad news about Camp Coral. It's not a spin-off. It's a fucking prequel.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
A 10-year-old SpongeBob.
Well, so it's
Isn't
like
it
didn't
part
the
of the Marvel
Rugrats?
Cinematic?
It's how he did Patrick.
Oh, didn't the Rugrats have like a prequel or something?
They had a sequel.
Yes.
I remember that was a thing.
They had 2 sequels.
Prequels,
Oh, yeah.
prequels.
There was all grown up, and then they went to preschool.
Wait,
How do you make a prequel from Rugrats?
I used to watch the grown-up one when I was
Sequel
little.
when they were teenagers, and there's another sequel or a prequel when I think it's a prequel when Angelica's in preschool and she's like, and it's like a weird like babyish one. It only lasted for like 1 season because everyone hated it.
I would like to imagine what it was. It was just focusing on the parents before they had the kids. It would be interesting.
No, it was just focusing on Angelica like in preschool, but like she's everyone's least favorite character.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But apparently the creators loved her. She was their favorite character, so they wanted to put her in everything.
They did a similar thing with Animaniacs where they put Elmara with Pinky in the Brain, and it was just like, why? No one likes Elmara.
Well, they even made a deep joke about it in the theme song, I think.
It's just like,
the brain.
Nerf.
Brain.
Well, I don't know.
What are we gonna do today, Brain? The same thing we do every day, Pinky.
Pinky
Try and take
and
over the
the
world.
Brian.
The thing we do thing every
Like
day,
anything,
Pinky.
Adam, that
Built
nobody
for
else really
Pornhub.
likes.
Sorry?
Try
like
not to get banned on Twitter.
What about cartoons?
Imagine if the show opened with that.
Everyone else hated, but you liked.
A show that everybody else hated that I liked that was a cartoon?
Yeah.
Teen Titans Go. Just kidding. No one with common sense.
I don't know.
likes
When I was young, I liked Yvonne of the Yukon, and nobody else seemed like to. Seemed to like it.
I've never heard of that one.
I think it was Canadian.
People.
Yeah.
Speaking of people getting upset over cartoons, have you heard about people bitching about the Rocko's Modern Life reboot? How they included a transgender person. in that?
Yeah, I've seen one tweet bitching at
Made
that.
one of their characters trans.
Yeah.
They didn't include a new character.
Well, my point is like people were like bitching that it ruined the whole thing.
Stupid.
Yeah, if it's just like
I don't
one
see how it
element,
could ruin it, but
yeah.
it's just fucking stupid. Like,
Ralph can do what he wants.
politics and shows, please. Like, do it if it serves a story.
So
not if it-
okay, hold up, Jack. So how would they include a trans character without you considering it to be political? That's my question.
Oh, here we go.
If it's a new character and they don't make a big deal of it being or him or her whatever being trans.
Are you sure?
Promoting it. I don't remember.
well, like,
them.
there's a difference with a character being defined by being trans and being trans. Like, you can be a person while being trans, or you can be defined by it.
But
there's
I mean,
a difference
like,
how they portray it.
I know,
If that
but
makes any sense.
of course, and that's the main reason. But why do they do that to an existing character? Oh, fuck you. Oh, fuck, I just remembered. I need to go see Dora soon.
Isn't it like
Okay, I need.
Okay, you gotta go.
Sorry.
Oh, no, I don't have to go yet. I'm gonna annoy you guys a little more, but I need to get.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't. I never watched Rocco, but is this like is it the same people behind the Netflix one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So if they want, if that's what they want as their character arc, then what's the big deal?
Yeah.
Honestly, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I didn't see a problem with it.
Plus, it wasn't like a major character either. It wasn't like a character. It's not like a Mr. Ratburn thing. It's like weird. He was just like one side character who was like in a few episodes. It's not like he was in every single episode. Was like a major talking character.
Yeah, it might be weird if it was like the main character and then that's all the show was about from that point on. But
It's pretty much like how I view it.
I'm Rachel.
Like, remember the cops in Gravity Falls? That was really well
Rachel's
done.
Modern Life. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't find out they were like gay until like ages into the show.
Yeah, exactly. And they weren't like
Gravity Falls were gay. Oh, I never. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh,
Thing
now.
is,
Yeah. Now I see it.
You know what time it is. It's time for me to talk about my writing. I did write a bi character in it, but I kind of gave her reasons for it. And I hate it when modern things with these, these trends, those character. That's the foundation of any form of cast you need in that.
Yeah, I would like to see gay characters that aren't obviously gay.
That's because I wrote her character first, and
that's what people like Blumhouse introduced a lot of gay characters.
One thing I love about Stranger Things 3, it's so fucking minor, and that's why I love it.
Yeah, I like that.
It's the reveal about Robin.
Why are you talking about reveals when there's no spoilers on this?
Yeah.
Don't spoil
I didn't spoil
shit.
what the reveal is. I didn't spoil it.
Yeah, you didn't because I caught you before you did it. So don't do that.
Notice that he sounds.
Well, I was just saying the reveal of Robin. I wasn't gonna say.
Okay.
I almost slipped up. I wasn't gonna say.
I feel like that's even too much.
But
it hints at a reveal because it hints at something.
Well, okay. So what I was gonna say.
Seen it? Who fucking who's planning on seeing it if they haven't?
Sorry, what were you gonna say, Jordan?
I was just gonna say what I was gonna have her character do though is reveal that she swings both ways. Is just by telling a guy that she's not too picky, and
that's pretty. Is that from Night in the Woods?
Huh? No.
Sounds like a character from Night in the Woods.
No, I wrote her way before. This story started way back in 2008. So.
Just don't overwrite it. I feel like a lot of people try to overwrite those kinds of characters, and they end up fucking it up more.
I'm not overwriting her. She's.
I gotta admit that dialogue is perfect.
Hey, Adam.
Yes.
But I'm not too picky.
Yeah, there's a
subtle.
What's up, Guard?
There's a comedy show called Modern Family, which has a really good portrayal of two gay dads.
I've heard about it.
I've
heard good things about it. I've never watched it.
Oh, I love that show.
Oh, you haven't watched Modern Family, Adam? It's a good show. It's good.
But there's overrated shows and people are gonna probably want to crucify me for this, but Steven Universe.
No, I agree. I kind of agree.
I've never been too interested into watching it.
I haven't watched it.
I've never wanted to. I don't think I ever will.
It sounds like Tumblr bait, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm neutral. I wouldn't go that far calling it Tumblr bait. I'm just kind of neutral to it.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of soul.
I also know that the movie villain kind of looks like that girl from that Nickelodeon show, Teenage Robot.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna pee again.
Oh, that show was so good.
I don't want to
be right back.
Disrespect XJ9, okay? I don't need any of that here.
That show is amazing.
You have a pillow of her?
Dude, I would love a pillow of her, man.
I'm gonna look that up.
She is literally my crush. She was my childhood crush, honestly. A fucking robot.
My Teenage Life as a Robot, is that right?
My Life as a Teenage Robot that show was so fucking good. Why does no one talk about that show more?
I don't know, it's really good.
It's so amazing.
I feel like if it does get rebooted though, it's gonna be cancerous.
They're
gonna make it overtly female empowerment when they never had to worry about that in the original.
Yeah. Okay, who said the body pillow thing? Sorry. Who wanted the body pillow?
Me. I need it.
All right, Alex, or was it Tyler who said it?
Yes, I need the body pillow.
Okay, Tyler, here you go. I think it's Know Your Meme, honestly, but.
Does anyone remember the cartoon show My Best Friend's a Monkey?
Yeah, I remember.
My gym partner's a monkey, and I remember.
Yeah, my gym partner's a monkey.
That was a weird cartoon series.
Tom Kenny voiced the monkey. I remember.
Oh, cool.
Tom Kenny voices everything these days, it seems.
My gym partner as a monkey was super fucking weird. That was.
It was kind of bad, but it was kind of good. Sort of.
Honestly, I can really appreciate TV shows where the theme song can pretty much give you the entire story. And
my gym partner is a monkey. My gym partner is a monkey.
Yeah, that's the theme.
My last name is Lion, and I got sent to an animal school by accident. Now I guess I'm an animal.
Because I'm stuck.
I have a giraffe who loves me and a pet monkey and a monkey friend.
What if the additional detail was that it was in
Danny Phantom was like
and
the
they had
same
that
thing, like the Danny
That
Phantom
was probably the best part. Was the design of the school and how it's like very Zootopia-esque.
as far as Utopia.
And how they had like
Charles Darwin Middle School
fish students. And like the school would completely change at night because that's when all the nocturnal animals would come out and go to school.
Yeah.
Which is a really smart idea.
It was a clever show, but I can't put it up there as my favorite show.
I don't know if it was particularly good.
It wasn't, but the setting was awesome.
The setting was amazing. Like I can't deny it.
Speaking of cartoons that have a theme song that
you know what?
explains it all.
Hey, do you guys know if there's any movies out there where the focus is like, I don't know, someone falling in love with another person who doesn't speak the same language?
Yeah, there was a segment on that in the movie Love Actually.
Love Actually?
Yeah. That movie is like several stories in one. That was one of them.
I actually like that movie. I'm not gonna lie. I like that.
So
movie.
I started writing this one like side story of a character who meets this girl who's from a different country, doesn't speak his language, but his mom does. So she kind of helps interpret everything, and he kind of teaches her in this world's like English to her.
There should be more stories about that. It's interesting.
Yeah, there should be plenty of
There
stories.
was some sexual tension between Amy Adams and Abbott and Costello.
Yeah, sure.
There was some sexual tension going on there.
I feel like that would be a Tumblr in action post.
You should write a story about two people that fall in love, but one of them only speaks furry.
Oh no!
Oh my God! Yes.
They only oh whoa and woo.
So I married a person.
Yeah, Adam.
Yes, what's up?
Thanks to your recommendation, I watched Weekend and I really loved it.
Nice. 2011 one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
There's a bunch of movies called Weekend.
Okay,
so. The the Andrew Haig one or whatever, yeah. That was an awesome movie.
Yeah. It was so sweet.
But yeah, like I hope I don't sound pompous for the way I talk about my writing, but I was pretty proud because
It's fine.
It's all right.
Yeah.
We're all pompous around here.
No, it's okay to be proud of your work.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing.
We all are.
So I did rewrite like one part of it where it starts out like one thing I'm pretty proud of myself for is I don't like to assume things about other people's like another's like issues gender wise, like periods and shit. That's multi-symptom.
Yeah.
And I've never heard a girl say, "Oh, I'm having my period," but like. So it starts off with, like a girl waking up and she had a hard time sleeping the night prior. And inquiries further reveals that, she's just growing up. She says she's having cramps and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, show don't tell,
Hey,
Yeah.
Jordan.
That's good.
Well, thank you. I'm just,
Hey, Jordan.
Show the period, don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Have you seen
No spoilers for a movie that's been out for 4 months.
Jordan, have you seen the movie called Only Yesterday?
Only Yesterday? I haven't.
It's a Ghibli movie.
It's really good.
Huh? Yeah, it's a Ghibli movie where they talk about period and they show it and stuff.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay.
Ew.
Very interesting, actually. It's got a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, but
I gotta watch more Studio Ghibli movies.
They're amazing.
Yes.
A lot of them are
events here in the States. I don't know if they do it in Canada, but every year they'll have a Studio Ghibli marathon.
you guys want to read it? I'll post it.
Movie every month.
I'm going to end this in the next 10 minutes.
Oh,
Just a heads up.
Princess Mononoke is my second favorite film of all time.
I don't know.
Okay.
I like
That's a very
Mononoke.
particular one, but it's good, but it's not my favorite.
I really like Pompoko. I don't know if anyone's seen Pompoko.
Not yet.
I haven't seen it. Not yet.
Yeah,
What's
that was pretty good.
I need to.
I have a lot of lesser known movies like people haven't seen, but still good. Sure.
I really want to see Kiki's Delivery Service. I heard that's really
Kiki's
good.
awesome. I love Kiki.
I heard it's kind of baseless, but it's just a fun movie.
It's
Well, yeah, that's what a lot of his movies are. Like Howl's Moving Castle is pretty baseless, but just a fun adventure.
Pretty basic.
Yeah. That's what a lot of it is. That's definitely what Kiki is, but there's so much about that film to appreciate.
I don't know what I was about to do there. It's gonna say like. So just.
Oh my god, the fucking sirens.
That's me. Wait.
Still going. Yep.
Where?
Bro, where do you live?
The project.
I live downtown.
I put it in chat, so.
I live downtown.
Nice.
Oh, Adam, I'm curious about your opinions on Lilo and Stitch.
I think I enjoyed it when I was younger, but I don't know. I could probably watch it again.
Yeah,
it's been too long for me to say anything about it.
Yeah,
that's my favorite.
Lilo and Stitch is my favorite animated film of all time, and I don't know. I don't know if you guys know of Lilo and Stitch anime that exists.
What?
It is so horrendously terrible, so bad, and this is coming from somebody who will give a pass to most things Lilo and Stitch, even if they're terrible. Even the shitty Lilo and Stitch sequels, I give a pass.
I don't know.
It's such a diarrhea.
Hey guys, who can't wait for the live action Lilo and Stitch remake?
Oh, fuck off. I can't.
You know,
I'll be impressed if
I wouldn't mind that.
All right, I think
I wouldn't mind that. It'd be fucking awful.
Live action Lilo and Stitch would probably be the easiest thing to make a live action movie.
They're gonna make Stitch look like a fucking hideous
gremlin. What he's supposed to
Dude,
look
if he looks like a blue gremlin, that'd be amazing.
Oh god, no.
That'd be so terrible.
So
I mean, in the movie they say that like he's a disgusting abomination. If they make him a disgusting abomination in the reboot, I wouldn't mind it at all.
You know, one thing I want is and I don't know if you guys know what it is, but I want an Elite Dangerous movie. I think that world needs to be expanded.
I want a Star Citizen movie that would never get made.
That would be awesome too. Like, gosh,
I want a Smash Bros. Cinematic universe.
Oh no!
Yeah,
that would be amazing.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. Honestly, that'd make a fuck ton of money.
I swear, I think they're setting it up because they're making a CGI Super Mario Brothers movie.
Animation is making CGI.
Imaginary Fanboy makes a great point. Lilo and Stitch as
in a video
live
game
action is just Ridley Scott's Alien.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Actually, I was thinking more Mass Effect.
Mass Effect. You know, I would love
Mass Effect.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would love to see the Lilo and Stitch universe expanded upon like Mass Effect has been.
They're just I don't know. You can imagine something turning out well, but chances are it won't. Like I would love a good Death Note movie. I don't know if that's ever gonna happen. I would love a good Mass Effect or Halo
My
movie.
friend is
That would be cool,
well,
but it's like they're not gonna turn out
Japanese
well.
live action Death Note movies aren't bad at all.
They're bad.
If you've heard of those.
I've seen them. They're bad.
I don't think
the Japanese live action. It was terrible.
Yeah, I didn't like.
I've seen the first one. I didn't think it was too bad.
Live action just normally sucks. It just almost always sucks.
Let's not do a live action Robin Hood.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's certain things, Halo and Mass Effect, you could totally do something live action out of that. Death Note, it wouldn't be out of the question.
That's easy. Yeah,
you know.
I would love to see
about cartooniness. So you got to think about what humans can do and what they can't do.
So the thing is,
what about SpongeBob live action movie?
I mentioned it my first hangout, but I'd love to see a Mass Effect anthology, like on Netflix or something.
They could do it. They're making the Witcher. They could do Mass Effect.
Yeah,
isn't Mass Effect
video game TV shows are a lot better than films? Like the Castle.
Wait. Did you say Mass Effect mythology?
Anthology, like Love, Death, and Robots or Black Mirror. Basically,
maybe that was Ready Player One. Ready Player One was a shitty idea for a movie, but a fantastic idea for a TV series. That book is long. and
I love Ready Player One.
And the movie does a terrible job of with the trials and how they get the keys, because like with the book you could dedicate like entire you could dedicate like 2 or 3 episodes just to completing one trial, because they're all really intricate.
Oh, thank goodness that was closed.
I thought the book was shit too.
Hey, do you guys remember An Elysian Tale?
Yes.
No.
But I never played it.
Vaguely.
They announced a movie for it, and that was back in like 2012 or so. No, earlier.
Well, I wonder if that's ever going to happen.
Yeah. I like.
Did you guys hear that?
Have you guys read the unmade Roger Rabbit prequel script?
No.
Dude, I read some of it. It is fucking brilliant. I'm not even kidding. I don't know if it would be better than the first one, but it'd probably live up to it. Like, it is great. I don't know why they didn't make it.
Hey, does anyone know how to...
It's hilarious. And like,
for new one of those movies, a Roger Rabbit-esque movie, 2D animation with real life people. I miss those kinds of movies.
You like Garfield?
I mean, my short film is gonna be that kind of.
Anyone remember Fat Albert?
Yes.
Nobody wants to remember.
Oh, Fat Albert.
Especially with Bill Cosby.
Oh god, that does not age.
Hey guys.
Hey. Out of prison.
Remember Little Bill?
Want to try out this?
Mr. Cosby, what are you doing with that little boy?
So, since I'm ending this pretty soon, is there any final questions or comments from anybody? One at a time.
Can we go one at a time?
Yeah. We'll go.
I have a question.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'll call you out. Jordan, go.
Thoughts on Love, Death, and Robots?
I enjoyed it. I think we talked about this. Didn't we talk about it on another?
Last time, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I wasn't there last time.
Okay. Yeah, it's
reunion.
there was a lot to appreciate about it for sure. There were some that worked better than others, but I enjoyed it overall. Like I watched the whole thing, so I really liked a lot of the animation. Michael, go.
I saw that you gave Southland Tales a 2 out of 10. I really love that film personally. What were your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll go really in depth into my thoughts when we're talking about it on Sardonicast. But
oh, nice.
That's why I watched it. It's terribly acted. It insists that it's a comedy. I didn't find it funny. Very up its own ass. The statements that it's making are very like heavy-handed, way too on the nose. It's a narrative mess. They needed like 3 prequel like comics to explain what the hell, and it doesn't even really explain all that much from what I've heard. I listened to the director's commentary track. He's kind of full of shit. Yeah, it did not work well for me at all. I thought it was pretty bad.
Yeah, fair enough. On second viewing, it really appealed to me. First,
yeah, I guess I watched it twice because I watched the commentary too, but it definitely did not appeal to me.
No, fair enough.
Mr. Adam, I have a question.
Hold the fuck up. We're going in order. Chris.
I don't really have a question.
That's fine. Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Lana. Yes.
Oh my goodness. Can we make these themed? Like, since we're on like a new,
Since we're on a new what? You froze.
Like,
your connection's terrible. You frozen.
Oh no.
Okay, say it again.
Lana.
No.
Say it again.
Oh no.
Your connection's really bad. You froze a bit, so you got to ask it again.
oh, okay. Sorry, I'm on the MBN. It sucks. Can we make these themed? Like, we can have a furry theme or something.
I'm probably not gonna put that much effort into it.
It'd be interesting.
Like we can have a furry theme next month, and then we can have like I don't know.
Isn't it always furry themed?
Lesbian theme, and then like you know.
I'm not going to coordinate that, but
Focus
it's a
on
nice
certain
idea.
topics.
I'm not going to
Yeah,
coordinate
like
anything like that.
Have a more topic focused kind of thing.
I got too many other things to pay attention to that I'm just like, it's not something that sounds like something I would want to do, but I appreciate it. Guardska.
I want to recommend you a movie for your watch list.
Yes. Let's see if it's already on there. What is it?
No, I've checked.
Okay.
It's called The Hourglass Sanatorium. One of my favorites.
Hourglass Sanatorium. Okay, 1973.
That sounds interesting.
73 is a good year.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Who made this? What an interesting name. Okay, I'll check it out. Thank you.
Wojciech Haas.
All right.
For some reason,
Bumper Munch.
Okay, so I have a quick comment and a question.
Yes.
First of all, I extremely appreciate your intro from a couple Sardonicasts ago, making fun of Game Grumps, because it's my favorite YouTube channel and it made me laugh extremely hard.
That's awesome.
And going off of that, have you heard of Sex Party songs, and what are your thoughts?
Have I heard of what? What was that?
Ninja Sex Party songs.
Oh yeah, I have some friends that really love them. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
It's like it's like meme humor, you know, like it's a little too like lol random for me, you know. It's not my thing.
I completely get it. I wouldn't have expected you to like really love it. But Danny has mentioned really enjoying a lot of your stuff.
Oh really?
So yeah. So would there be like a chance that they like ever like come on Sardonicast or something like that?
I don't know. Does Danny follow me on Twitter? Let's find out.
I don't know. I mean, he'd probably
Danny,
be happy.
what, Sexbang or something? Is that the Twitter?
Ninja Sex Party.
Oh, is it just the Ninja Sex Party Twitter?
He doesn't have Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
he doesn't have Twitter.
Then it probably won't ever happen because that's how I coordinate everything. So. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It would be it could be interesting. Sorry, you were gonna say something, Chris?
Yeah, I have a recommendation for a
Sure.
very interpretive show that's actually an anime that I love.
Mhm.
You ever heard of the anime Serial?
Say that again.
Serial. There's this very interpretive anime show called Serial Experiments Lane.
Serial Experiments.
Yeah, like
Lane.
serial,
Oh,
kind of like
that's-
serial
yeah,
killer, like SERI.
Okay, I found it.
Experiments. Yeah.
I watch listed it.
Yeah, it's great. It's like Bro posted like Bob videos that kind of analyzes the show and the meaning.
Okay.
It's one of my favorites.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Tyler.
We talked about Rocco's Modern Life before.
Yeah.
Check it out. It's a great show.
I've heard good things, but
it's really adult for it's like Ren and Stimpy.
That's exactly what
it's
I've
made by
heard.
the same guys. It's just wonderful. It's there's an entire episode where the main character gets put on a sex hotline.
Oh.
It's
That's funny.
yeah. They know how to keep their humor.
They know how to keep their humor what?
They know how to keep their humor in check. They know how to keep it on the low, but also like jump the bar a little.
Okay. Jack.
Wait, am I Jack?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Autumn, I have a question.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on the green? Wait, what is it? No, the Green Mile is the one with the big guy.
Yes.
Yeah, that was Green. That's Green Mile.
Okay, Green Mile. What's your thoughts?
I haven't
Mitch?
seen it in a long time, but I really enjoyed it. I thought that it worked pretty well cinematically. I don't think. Yeah, I remember having some criticisms. I don't remember exactly what they were. I think I saw it when I was like 15 or something, so I couldn't exactly tell you, but I remember enjoying it. I could totally watch it again. I like Frank Darabont. He did
Hey,
that,
I
right?
saw it when I was 15 too. We have so much in common.
Mhm. All right, Alexander.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I got so many fucking questions. What's Canada? You ever been to Seattle?
Yes.
Okay, just I don't know. I don't know I don't know jack shit about Canada.
That's fine. Seattle's very close to Vancouver.
Canada. Yeah, well, I know more about Mexico than Canada.
Hmm.
I live in SD, and Tijuana is like just a stone toss away.
Mm-hmm.
But I did go to Comic-Con this year, amongst other things. And I don't know, you ever heard of this Amazon show called The Boys?
Yes, but I haven't seen it yet. It's apparently very highly rated.
How about Dark Crystal? They're making a sequel to Dark Crystal.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, I'll probably check that out. It's not out yet, though, right?
The
TV miniseries.
Are you a fan of the original Dark Crystal movie at all? Or
We talked about it on Sardonicast. I appreciated it for sure for what it is, but I really did not like the main character.
Okay, I think that's about it. That's about it on my part.
All right, Canon? Did you have a question?
Canon. What's your thoughts of Amelie from 2001?
Oh, Emily? The French movie?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember really enjoying it. I remember like one of the most, like, I guess notable things about what, like, I watched it a long time ago, but I remember one of the most notable things is like the cinematography is really great. I really loved the whole like opening sequence. I thought that it flowed really well. It's on IMDb right now. My IMDb is like an 8. So we'll see what I think of it when I watch it, more recently, but who knows? I don't know. I really enjoyed it.
Nice.
All right. Thank you all so much.
Real quickly.
What?
Yeah.
You better be quick.
How would you rate this?
Grazie.
How would I rate what?
No, it's fun to be on here.
Rate this this hangout like a quickie.
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's a fair enough rating.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for
Mr.
your
Adam,
support.
I have a question.
If you're gonna say some dumb, stupid meme again, I'm losing my voice.
Let's
My
end it
name
on
is
a high
Jack.
note.
No, I forgot. What is it? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, do you like rabbits?
Thank you all for hanging out. It was a good podcast.
Mr. Adam, I have a question.
No, you don't. Shut up. Shut up. We're ending.
What are your thoughts on tortoises?
I'll listen to Cannon if Cannon has one more thing to say.
So y'all have a good day.
Cannon had one more thing to say, right?
See ya, bitches.
That'll be it. Cannon?
I was just saying, have a great day, Adam.
Oh, thank you so much.
You have a great day. You have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.
I hope to.
Have a great rabbit-filled day.
Right.
Day, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Good, Adam. Be a good boy.
Have a good
Thank
day.
you so
y'all.
much. Bye.
See you later.